The ayes have it. Congratulations, Mr. Chairman.
Whatley, a North Carolina Republican, replaces Ronna McDaniel as the party's new national chair. The former president's daughter-in-law, Laura Trump, voted in as co-chair.
This has never just been about each of us as individuals. It is about us as a family, and it has been about our country.
Whatley has echoed claims of voter fraud, but has also said President Biden was legitimately elected. The RNC also has a new chief of staff who's denying claims that any RNC or campaign money will be used for Trump legal fees. And those legal costs keep rising, with a bond posted in one case today so that an appeal can move forward.
Former President Trump has secured a bond worth almost $92 million from the federal insurance company, sufficient to support the $83 million jury award to writer E. Jean Carroll. Carroll won the January defamation trial that stemmed from a 1996 rape claim she made against the former president in her 2019 memoir. He is appealing the verdict to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. There's a deadline later this month for the former president to post bond or pay a separate penalty of $454 million in a civil fraud case. He is also appealing. President Biden heads to Philadelphia today, taking his State of the Union themes on the road. A United Airlines jet skids off a runway in Houston after landing this morning.
United Airlines telling Fox News no injuries, that all 160 passengers and 6 crew members aboard were evacuated and bused to an airport terminal.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. This just a day after a tire fell off a United Boeing 737 during takeoff in San Francisco, where the FAA is investigating. America is listening to Fox News.
Tax Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. This tax season, you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a new Samsung Galaxy A15 for just $99. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah! Good talk.
Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com. Device offer ends 4/14/24. In-store activation on single Silver Unlimited plan or higher required. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
I'm Chris Riccobono, founder of Untuck It. When I started the brand, I wanted to make the perfect fitting untucked shirt. And over the years, we changed the way guys think about how they dress. The secret was our obsession over fabric quality, listening to what our customers wanted and making everything fit perfectly. Our fit team has mastered pants, polos, sports coats, and more. So we've got you covered from head to toe. Try what millions of guys already know and love. Shop today at untuckit.com or our 80-plus stores worldwide.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Windy and warmer this afternoon, 68 degrees with periods of showers, the chance of a spot thunderstorm, though not raining all the time, maybe even a little sun peeking out. Then tonight, wet, periods of rain, some spot thunderstorms, windy and chilly, 42. Saturday, fading morning showers, then partly sunny, windy and chilly, 48. 30 Saturday night, Sunday, sunny and 55. This is 97.1 FM Talk, Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hey guys, Glover here for my friends at ThrottleNet. So I'm so very proud to have represented the guys at ThrottleNet for all of these years. They are the IT geniuses. George and Mike are the owners. Fantastic guys. They can do all of your IT. They can do a portion of your IT. They have the best Apple support team. Their response time is under 2 minutes. Think about that, under 2 minutes. Something goes sideways with your IT, and they are solving your problem. And they're solving your problem within 2 minutes. Now, let's talk about cybersecurity. Most companies in St. Louis don't have cyber liability insurance. You get hit, you're on the hook, you're probably out of business. With ThrottleNet, if we represent you, we protect you. The first $500,000 that someone hits you for, which isn't going to happen, but if it does, we pay it. $500,000. That's what you're covered for with ThrottleNet. Go to throttlenet.com/DGS for all the information.
Mortgage rates have finally dropped. That's right. Golden Oak has 5.375% fixed rates available right now. Our average cash-out customer saves over $1,000 a month. Call today and take advantage of our 5.375 fixed rate. Call 314-567-GOLD. That's 314-567-GOLD.
Golden Oak Lending, cured my blues.
5.934 APR. FHA 15-year 20% equity qualified credit. Additional terms apply. NMLS 114937.
Well, there's a very good chance as you've driven down your street, you have admired houses in your neighborhood that have been covered in Rhino Shield, and you don't even know it. Except if you pay close attention, you'll notice that they're not being repainted every couple of years. What I mean is same bright, vivid colors that you would choose with regular paint, except that Rhino Shield lasts, and you're going to get a 25-year warranty with it. I've got it on my house, and I mean it. It looks like it did the day they put it on. It lasts and lasts. It's lab tested to last that long against chipping or peeling or cracking. And they put this on businesses as well. Condo units from Springfield, Illinois, all the way down to the Lake of the Ozarks. You can find it. And my friend Darren will be happy to come over and give you a free evaluation of your home. All you have to do is call him. Tell him you heard Mark Cox talking about it. 877-25-RHINO or online at 877-25rhino.com.
Do you have multiple years of unfiled taxes or owe more than $8,000? The attorneys at Allies Tax Relief are your ally and will stop the IRS from garnishing your wages or them levying your bank account. Call 800-230-5174.
The reviews are in on Hampton Manor of Wentzville. Mark Cox here. Everybody loves what they see at Hampton Manor, this brand new senior living community just north of the Lake St. Louis exit at Highway 70. Schedule your tour today at wentzvilleassistedliving.com.
The Annie Fry Show YouTube live chat poll of the day is sponsored by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
The president, my predecessor, failed the most basic presidential duty that he owes to American people, the duty to care. I think that's unforgivable. I came to office determined to get us through one of the toughest periods in the nation's history. We have. It doesn't make news in 1,000 cities and towns. The American people are writing the greatest comeback story never told.
You know what's weird to me is that I think the phrase uttered the most by the Biden administration is "let me be clear." Why do they keep saying that?
Maybe they're not that clear.
Maybe it's necessary. The other thing is that last night, whatever Joe Biden was taking, I think it fluffed up his tongue. He couldn't say his L's very well. So every time he would say, "let me be clear," he just didn't say the L.
Yeah, let me be clear.
And I'm like, I would choose a different phrase. I would go with something other than that.
You are okay with him not using the L when he said the other word that he used a lot, folks.
Folks, because that's not what you say. Here's more.
Look, folks, we have a simple choice. We can fight about fixing the border, or we can fix it. I'm ready to fix it. Send me the border bill now.
I've learned as a parent that sometimes elevating the volume of your voice doesn't actually get the effect that you are looking for. Send him the bill now. He needs to what? Fix the border solution? That's what he wants? Well, you know that if you look at the border bill that he's talking about, that he's saying that the House Republicans are holding back, that border bill makes processing people into the country smoother. It doesn't stop people from coming into the country. Now, Ryan, let's go through the time machine. Go ahead.
This is Wayne's World.
No, that's fake.
Brad, can you dump that? Ryan, let's go through the time machine back to 2020. We should dump it again.
We can deal with securing the border by national technical means. All the bad things are coming through ports of entry right now. We don't need a wall. And by the way, I would immediately, as president, surge to the border. I would end this notion for the first time in history that people seeking asylum have to be in squalor on the other side of the river and in a desperate situation. They should be able to come to the United States and have a judgment made as whether or not they qualify. I would also surge to the border immigration judges to make decisions immediately, and no one would be put in jail while waiting for their hearing.
Should undocumented immigrants arrested by local police be turned over to immigration officials?
No. In the first 100 days of my administration, no one will be deported at all. From that point on, the only deportations that will take place are commissions of felonies in the United States of America.
So to be clear, only felons get deported and everyone else gets to stay?
Yes.
So that's what Joe Biden put out there, asking for your vote. And then America, man, did they show up to vote for that bull. What were you saying last night, Ryan? Bull.
I think I just stopped there. I wouldn't even go beyond that.
Yeah, because you have high class and character.
I think I might have said stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't even mean to say that.
But there's more. So that was what Joe Biden put out there and is like, you know what? I want to be your president. And we got this guy who I would like to defeat, and he's building this wall. We want to stop that wall. We don't want to deport people. We will deport nobody. We don't want people to be spending any time in prison. These are all the things that I'm going to advocate for you to earn your vote. Please choose me to be your president. So America said in large numbers, yeah, we like you. We like that. And they showed up for months to vote for him.
And then, multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, if you're going to go all in.
Yeah.
So that happened. And then he became the president. And then he had Mayorkas appointed to his cabinet. And they had a strong feeling about the border. Now, remember, we're still in the time machine, right?
Yeah, we haven't come back yet.
Okay. But you will know when we come back. It'll be very...
Yeah, this sounds different, just so you know.
And big and obvious so that you can't miss it.
Right.
You're going to want to wait and hear it. I do.
Yeah.
So we get into the time machine. We're here. We're in the past. It's now 2021. And Mayorkas is boasting about making good on these campaign promises, about what's going to happen at the southern border, and how the Biden administration, you sent us here to handle what's going on in the southern border. And we know that last guy, he did not know what he's doing. We are here, and we are here to save the day. 2021, Alejandro Mayorkas.
I'd like to understand from you what Trump-era immigration policies have been banned, ended, reversed, and if any investigations are underway by you.
So we have rescinded so many Trump immigration policies, it would take so much time to list them.
We have rescinded so many Trump-era policies, it would take so much time to list them. That is Mayorkas, the guy who he was impeached. And the Senate is sitting on that right now. We'll see if they consider that to be of importance of their time. There's a lot of politics being played in. The Senate passes something, sends it to the House, and the House doesn't pick it up. The House passes something, like H.R. 2, like the original border bill that was sent to the Senate 9 months ago or something like that. And we don't talk about that. Why? Because it's politically unfortunate for the president and for the Democrats. They want, if Joe Biden wants a bill to be sent to him, then talk to Chuck Schumer and get H.R. 2 up for a vote in the Senate. Because right now, we can go back to 2021 and understand that Mayorkas was boasting about the plethora of Trump-era orders that this administration has rescinded. And look where we are. It was significant enough to Mayorkas and the Biden administration at that time that they were bragging about it. And now Joe Biden needs this teeny tiny Republican majority in the House to act so he can do something. That was bull. What did you call that speech last night, Ryan?
Pelt. Bull pelt.
Bull pelt. I think it's time to come back to the present.
Okay.
You're so weird. I didn't know Tim Allen would be here.
He's huge right now, so it makes sense.
I'm a big fan. I'd vote for him for president.
Yep. Can
you imagine Tim Allen at the dais giving the State of the Union? There'd be so many F words.
Is he a big cuss guy?
Oh my gosh.
I've
I
never
saw
seen him
at the
outside of.
Stiefel.
Oh, really?
Yes, with my husband. And at the end, we're like, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, filthy.
I think those sitcom guys, man, they just can't wait to get it off their chest.
He is not 22 minutes of content, Tim
Okay.
Taylor. Or Santa Claus. He actually tells a Santa Claus story about when he was on this set of Santa Claus. He's like, you cannot say the F word like this around these children. He's like, oh, I thought they were elves.
Oh, he was saying the F word.
Yes!
He wasn't the one giving the advice.
No.
Someone was saying it to him. Okay.
No, they told Santa Claus
Okay.
that he could
Oh
no
my
longer
gosh.
swear in with such disregard for the young minds that were around him.
Wow. Well, see, now we've brought you back to the present.
Yeah. I watched that State of the Union last night with my friends Brad and Ryan at my house. We had so many people on the live stream last night. It was a very fun time to play Biden bingo with you at the State of the Union. We had a few people get bingos. The more he stays, we've said this before, but the more he stays on script, the less likely we're going to have to maybe manipulate it so it's got more talking points in there. I don't know. I was missing one space twice for a bingo. But that was the most politically charged, angry, get off my lawn presidential speech that I've ever heard. I'm 39 years old, and I've been paying attention at least through George W. Bush. And if you were looking to rile up your base, specifically Joe Scarborough, somebody needs to make sure that guy is safe, because he's pouring it on quite thick in the midst of watching Joe Biden do Joe Biden things. And Joe Scarborough keeps saying things like, I think that that's the best speech that Joe Biden has ever given.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm like, why don't we, is it the best speech you've ever heard? Is it the best State of the Union you've ever heard? Or are you comparing that to the speech he gave, a week or two ago, where he just forgot where he was and said out loud, I need to gather my thoughts.
Yeah.
In the middle of it. Amongst a slew of things that were half-truths. And I don't think he's necessarily lying when he tells these half-truths. I think he just doesn't know.
Yeah.
I think that if the president of the United States is being put on something to present to the American people, that it should be public record.
Ooh.
If we are making a choice about who we want to run our country in November, and they are doping him up, and everybody casually talks about how obvious it is, I think we should be able to know. I think that it's a matter of public interest that if you wake Joe Biden up at 2 a.m., can he do the job? Because he should be able to give that speech. I mean, listen, I have an extra shot of espresso every day before I do the show, but I have no shame in telling you that. And I do that because I'm busy. I am apparently a night owl, and I stay up late to do research for the show. I have 4 kids. I'm doing what you're doing. I'm trying to get through every day, and the extra shot of espresso actually makes a difference in my ability to do this show. I'm not ashamed of that. I do it every day. Just ask Scooters. What was Joe Biden on last night? Because there are times where if you ever watch something on the internet and all of a sudden the internet connection gets kind of slow and then it sort of drags out the words and then it comes, it will catch up. Joe Biden did that last night.
And we thought it was our internet.
Yes.
And I'm still not convinced that it wasn't, because it sounded strange.
There were anchors who were commenting on it.
Okay.
That were saying like he spoke so fast at times. Let's just say he spoke with speed.
Let's say that. I mean, it is a little different saying that you had a cup of coffee, you need some caffeine to get through your day, than you got Pulp Fiction adrenaline right to your heart before you went out and gave the State of the Union.
It wasn't, I mean, nobody is looking at what happened last night and being like, that's the real Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, I haven't seen his schedule today. Have either of you looked at it? I got to check Joe Concha's tweets, because Joe Concha screenshots and tweets out President Biden's schedule every day. And, I mean, basically, he has lunch every day. That's the extent of the president's schedule. This is that guy last night, I mean, that was him, but I mean, it was the supercharged version of him. It was angry. It was yelly. It was full of bull. How did you express it last night?
Horns.
Bull horns.
That's why I brought my shofar.
Okay.
I was going to blow it every time I thought he did a good job. I ended up not even blowing that thing at all. I should stop saying these words.
I think Joe Biden blew it pretty bad last night.
There we go. What a pro.
But here's the YouTube live chat poll question for today, which we're going to have to work through this together.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the screenshot. Who gave the better speech, President Joe Biden or Senator Katie Britt?
Ooh, it's going to be a nail biter.
How did we screw this up so bad?
I don't know. Because, man, after that State of the Union, I thought, well, this is going to be easy.
I have no concerns or problems with Katie Britt as a senator from Alabama. Her ability to govern, her ability to represent Alabama. I didn't know about her. I mean, I think I knew her name before last night. I know her now. I know a lot more about her now. I'm trying to think of how it could have been worse. I don't.
And probably, I mean, I haven't seen a transcription of the speech, but it didn't seem like the speech itself was bad.
You know what I should do? I should get the speech and I should record myself giving the speech.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like that idea.
And put it out there and see if it sounds better without sounding like they want to take your child from their bed.
And then hard turns into, and this is then the way we have to handle things.
The only thing that is possible, and it's a little frustrating if this is the case, is that they purposely went in on that delivery, the Katie Britt delivery. And I told Brad, don't waste your time cutting that sound. I never want to hear it again. Ever. Ever. That they thought that there are young voters or suburban women voters who would tap into that. But here's the thing. I'm not young. I'm middle-aged. I'm going to cry about it later. But I am a suburban woman. I have children. It is of the utmost importance to me that I guess stand in front of my children as the government tries to reach through or around me to get to them. If that's what you think that I need to hear and how I need to hear it, more specifically how I need to hear it, I'm kind of offended. I get it.
I was cringing by line 2.
We were messaging each other on the private chat because you know what's good. I mean, that speech could be 4 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't need to be long.
It could be 20 minutes, but you don't want to like talk over it. You kind of want to absorb it. We were 2 minutes in and going, oh boy.
Uh-oh.
And then it just got dramatically worse and worse and worse. And eventually I hid under the blanket.
And you're hoping for a turnaround because you thought, oh, she's coming out kind of big. You know, is she going to kind of settle down into this? It's a big national stage. Nope.
I feel bad for Katie Britt.
I do too, man.
I don't know why they didn't have Donald Trump do it.
I never thought of that.
They should have had Donald Trump do it.
Wow. Why didn't they do that?
If you want to think of what, if you're talking about politicos, campaign people, and I think that like once you get super inside the bubble of campaign, everybody is just a pawn. You're just trying to manipulate pawns on a chessboard to get to the checkmate. That's all you're trying to do. That might be kind of harsh, but I actually think it's true. If you were trying to think of what is the antithesis in the Republican Party to Donald Trump, in their mind, what Katie Britt last night did was it. There is a lot of overly sensational, hyper emotional driven bull. What did you call it last night on the
snout?
Bull snout. Oh, do bulls have snouts?
Yep.
Now, you know what bulls do?
Charge.
If they were thinking like, let's look at the landscape. What are people on the internet like at this age doing? Blah blah blah. Yeah, they're having emotional breakdowns for clicks and likes. Imagine that. That's not what I want. If you want to talk about a mama bear, my vision of what mama bear was not that. And I think it was a big swing and a miss. I don't really know what she said in it. I was so distracted by the delivery that I don't really know what the message was. And to me, Joe Biden made the case for Donald Trump last night all by himself. I don't know why they didn't have Donald Trump respond. It's his party. He just almost swept Super Tuesday. He's the guy. He has no competitors left in the race. Give the job to Donald Trump. Let it go. Let it fly. Put him in a position where the people who support him, put him in a position where some of these families, like who would he invite to the State of the Union? Put them with him so that these people stand with this guy. And then have Donald Trump go out and actually give a speech that speaks directly to the American people. Because last night, Joe Biden spoke to the Democrat Party base. He said, screw you. If your grocery bill seems high, well, you should know that you're wrong because inflation is down. That's what he said last night. Your taxpayer dollars, we're going to hike the cost on corporations, which is always going to come down to you, and we're going to send that money to Ukraine. That's what he said to you. Last night, Joe Biden said, screw you. Democrats need to win in November. And I just couldn't imagine the Republicans figuring out a way to fall flat on their face afterwards. But here we are.
It's typical RNC stuff that they didn't make a bold decision because they could do a lot with that speech that they've never done. And they always choose some rando. Usually it's somebody who has a little bit higher profile, but they don't need to do that. Do something bold like Donald Trump.
Whoops. It didn't land.
No.
So we need to know what you think. Who gave the better speech, Joe Biden or Senator Katie Britt? Do you have an answer to this question yet? Don't tell me what it is.
I have an initial answer.
I have an answer and a reason, but it is a difficult question. Do you have an answer yet, Brad?
I'm still working on it.
All right. Well, we need to know what you think and why you think what you think. Josh said Katie's wasn't good. She kind of sounds whiny, but even with that, it was better than the big guy. Thank you, Josh. I hear what you're saying. When we come back, we'll get to all the stories that I missed this week with Brad. Don't go away.
It's too late, but I want it that way.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-652-5241 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-652-5241. That's 800-652-5241. What do you have to lose? Call 800-652-5241. Again, 800-652-5241.
Now is a great time to start planning your next outdoor project with my friends at Chesterfield Fence and Deck. Mark Cox here. You know, they're in their 56th year of business in the region. This is a locally owned and operated company since 1968. And Chesterfield Fence and Deck has such great options for you for your fence, for your decking. They've got regular wood, right? Natural cedar decks, and they've got Vecadec vinyl decking, and they got a brand new color available this year. It's pewter. It's a gorgeous gray color that has beautiful variation throughout it for more of a natural look. Of course, they do custom sunrooms and screen rooms and pergolas and patios. You name it, they can do it for you at Chesterfield Fence and Deck. If you need inspiration, call them up, go to their website, ChesterfieldFence.com, or visit their showroom in the Valley. Mention my name, Mark Cox, and get a special discount for 48 months interest-free financing for February or March. Go online to ChesterfieldFence.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
When you're approaching retirement, there are a lot of questions to answer. Do you have enough money to fund your income for life? How should you claim Social Security? And what's your plan for health care and long-term care? Hi, I'm Eric Robert, Director of Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money Saturday mornings at 11 on 97.1 FM Talk. Don't leave your retirement to chance. It's crucial to understand and address relevant risks before you retire. Our team can help you get organized, guide you through critical retirement decisions, and create an investment portfolio designed around your needs. To schedule your free retirement plan consultation, go to clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com. Or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
You're listening to the Annie Fry Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Getting in your comfort zone with a new HVAC system is more affordable than you think, thanks to 0% financing for up to 72 months. For details and a free estimate, visit aircomfortservice.com.
Are you a business owner? Do you want your voice and the voices of your clients represented? Let us do the talking. Join our community of free thinkers on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Learn more at 971talk.com/partner. This is the Annie Fry Show. Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Fry Show.
Mississippi, in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Rogers on the Victrola up high. Mama's dancing, his baby on her shoulder. The sun is setting like molasses in the sky. One could sing knew how to move. Everything, always wanting more. He leave you longing for.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. News that hit about an hour ago. The RNC has officially installed Trump allies in leadership roles. Aaron Doherty reports from Axios. The Republican National Committee on Friday elected Trump-backed Michael Whatley. I need to figure out how to say this if he's going to be the guy.
Yeah, Michael Whatley.
Whatley?
I mean, it's not Waitley
Why not?
because that's pronounced Whatley.
Okay. Well, I said it right the first time, and if it's not,
You got it,
then
yeah.
I have you on air going, well, obviously.
Let's just use that. Yeah, you can use that.
Actually. And Laura Trump to take over the committee. They said that the formal selection of the former president's chosen candidate cements his increasing control over the RNC as he closes in on securing the GOP presidential nomination. Ronna McDaniel, who served as chair since 2017, stepped down from the role as expected on Friday. Laura and I are steadfast in our commitment to get out the vote, protect the ballot, and elect Donald J. Trump and Republicans from coast to coast this November. I think there are going to be some people who are going to be like, oh, but this is status quo.
And it's such normal stuff that goes on.
Status quo.
That'd be status quo. Hey, you know what? You're doing a great job, Annie. I just wanted to confirm that with synonyms.
Some might say the modus operandi. Those would be really smart people. So it's just a matter of, you can't have somebody who's trying to run to be the president of the United States and somebody who's running the Republican Party be running different races.
Yeah.
Because the nominee of the party is selected by the American people in the primaries and the caucuses, and the person who's running the party needs to be supporting what the people are saying. So that's official. Ronna McDaniel had said after Super Tuesday that she'd be stepping down, and it has been put in place. All right, you ready for what I missed?
What did I miss?
What did I miss? All right, real quick here, Annie. First clip I want you to play is cut number 14 from AOC.
Cut it, and you're going to cut this, and you're going to clip this so that it's completely out of context. I already said that it was, and y'all are just going to pretend that it wasn't over and over again. It's up, man. And you're not helping these people, and you're not helping them. You refuse to. You're not helping them.
So what that is that's AOC running.
I thought that was Katie Britt.
That was, yeah, I wish.
I would have rather it be like, you're not helping Joe Biden.
Running through an airport.
Yeah. That wasn't actually an airport. She was coming out of a movie theater.
Okay.
Some pro-Palestinian protesters started harassing her, wanting to say that what was going on in Palestine and Gaza is a genocide. And I just find it ironic that the monster that she created is now coming after her because she's not crazy enough for them.
The Democrats have a problem. It's irreconcilable between the two parts of their party, and they're going to have to pick a side. Otherwise, they'll alienate at least a portion of both of them, which is kind of also picking a side.
Yeah. So the next cut that I want to talk about is number 18, and this is a professor who wrote a book, and this is how the Democrats are approaching their problem.
I mean, we lay out the fourfold interconnected threat that white rural voters pose to the country. First of all, and we show 30 polls and national studies to demonstrate this. So we provide the receipts in Chapter 6. They're the most racist, xenophobic, anti-immigrant, and anti-gay geodemographic group in the country. Second, they're the most conspiracist group. QAnon support and subscribers, election denialism, COVID denialism and scientific skepticism, Obama birtherism. Third, anti-democratic sentiments. They don't believe in an independent press, free speech. They're most likely to say the president should be able to act unilaterally without any checks from Congress.
Blah, 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 blah. I can't take anymore. It's awful.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff in there. And I've heard that clip earlier this week. And the one that always stands out to me that I'm like, look, if we could just parse out all of these, the one I would start with was they don't believe in an independent press. Where are you finding this? That's so ridiculous that rural people only want one news source. Like they're like, no, you shouldn't have multiple voices out there. You should just have like government propaganda news.
Like whenever they say that, they're misinterpreting what those people are saying. What those people are saying is we don't have an independent press and we need one.
I don't think they believe any of it. I think it's all a game.
Who's they?
To come out and say rural white voters, that's a play, in my opinion. If I sit here and go, oh, they believe that and act shocked, of course they believe that. That's what they've been acting on for years. Since 2020, when we turned everything on its head at the end of Donald Trump's first term and Joe Biden comes in to be the adult in the room. And then they just determined, look at all of the things that they've been able to get done. Look at the way affirmative action has been addressed in college campuses and the ability to put kids in school and not put kids in school based on skin color. That's racist. The implementation of DEI practices that have people who just walk in the door every day, put 40 good hours in, maybe more a week, and do their job and get their stuff done. They're good people. They're good American middle-class citizens are all now having to be sat down and told, you are a white racist bigot. And you go, no, I'm not. And they're like, see, that proves it. You don't even know it. Why do you win? What could you possibly do? Pay the rest of your lifetime in penance at the foot of the altar of worship of this type of thing that they invest all of their time and energy in, which is the separation of people. And if you divide people in the way white rural voters and how racist and bigoted that they are, if you can lump those people together every time they have the opportunity to come out and lump those people together, it's a political play. They're not gaining. They're not going to offend people who are going to vote for them. There's no white rural voters like, I cannot believe that you've misunderstood me this way. I don't feel like I can support you any longer. Nobody's going to feel like that. But what you will do is get Other people, these emotionally oversensitive, only see people by the color of their skin racists that exist out there that are the foundation of the far woke left of the Democrat Party to go, that's right. And then they have another thing to feed off of, like a leech for a day, to keep the emotional momentum up just through November. I think it's bull. What did you call it last night? Bull.
Feet.
Bulls do have feet.
And I apologize for that language.
It was awful.
When I said
my
bull,
children were in the home.
Yeah, and I don't want to say those two words, bull and feet, together because the FCC will find me.
I'm going to find you. One oatmeal cream pie, which is already
Too
gone.
late. It's half gone.
Oh,
All right. So this next clip is cut number 20, Annie. And this one kind of I want to ask Ryan because he was talking about the state of comedy.
I'm going to vote for him again. I love that he's tired. I do. I think that's a great quality to have in the President of the United States. Every world leader should be 90 and exhausted. Just too tired. If they didn't have the energy to put us in danger, it'd be so much better. Because think about it, there's so much stuff that happens that we as civilians never find out about. So it's entirely possible there was a night where Joe Biden was going to press the nuclear button. And then it got late. I'm just saying, like, whether you agree with Joe Biden or disagree with him, one thing that you have to say for him is that for every decision he makes, he has slept on it.
You talk about things that this administration might have forgotten, like where your defense secretary is.
Who was that?
Her name is
Ariel Elias.
Elias, yeah.
Ah, Ariel.
Yeah, and that was on the Colbert Show.
Really?
Yeah, she did a monologue and a little stand-up bit.
And then he killed her.
Rest in peace, Ariel.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. At the beginning, she was making pro-Biden jokes, and I thought those were funny. And then she kind of switched in the middle there, so it was all pretty good.
I'm all about making fun of all of it because it's all worthy of being made fun of. All right. Well, that kind of cleans up the week for you, Brad. Thank you for doing that. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, Ryan's going to have the be or not the be with us. And I said last night that I said this before we were like out public on the video because we couldn't contain it anymore watching Katie Britt. I said I was going to do all of Wicked's America, the be or not the be, like Katie Britt. I'm not doing that.
Oh.
I'm not doing it. You can tell us what you think. Is it satire? Is it real? When we come back, don't go away.
This is The Annie Fry Show. Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Fry Show.
The IRS definitely ramped up operations since the pandemic slowed them down, and activity only increases from here. Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. If you're currently under audit or you haven't paid your taxes in the past, now's the time to call the Lance Story Law Firm. The IRS has a published Taxpayer Bill of Rights, which says you have the right to retain legal representation. Because IRS problems are legal problems, and the Lance Story Law Firm focuses specifically on addressing IRS issues for our clients. It's all we do. We get out in front of the IRS, devise the best resolution plan, and work to make sure you're able to take advantage of every program you're qualified to receive. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure company, call the Lance Story Law Firm. We're local, located right here in St. Louis, or visit Lance, DRURYlaw.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm, the Lance Story Law Firm, 314-260-6120.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Jackson Hewitt has a plan to get your tax refund fast with a buck here, buck there, here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck.
You don't have to wait weeks for your tax refund. Get money sooner with a no-fee refund advance loan at Jackson Hewitt.
On this loan, there's a money today guarantee. E-I-E-I-Do.
Don't settle for chicken feed. Get fast bucks at Jackson Hewitt today. No-fee refund advance loans by Republic Bank offered to eligible clients. Money today guarantee if approved for a loan on a prepaid card. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
The needs of modern businesses are always changing, but corporate cards haven't evolved in decades. Until now. Meet Ramp, the all-in-one finance platform that combines corporate cards with spend management software. Ramp is the only card designed to actually help your business spend less, not more. With Ramp, you can set custom controls to stop out-of-policy spend before it even happens. And Ramp software even does expense reports for you. No more manual entries, no more chasing receipts. And with best-in-class accounting integrations, you'll close your books in days, not weeks. Ramp gives you better insights and a real-time view of all company spend, so you can stay focused on the big picture and build a healthier business. Join over 15,000 businesses who have switched to Ramp and start saving an average of 5%. Modern finance runs on Ramp. And now get $250 when you join Ramp. Just go to ramp.com/free. That's ramp.com/free.
Learn to retire in 5 years or less through real estate investing. Learn how, learn now. Let Lifestyles Unlimited show you how. Live in St. Louis, 2 days only. Hilton Frontenac, April 27th and 28th. Go to GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. That's GiveMeTotalFreedom.com.
Are you tired of feeling sick and tired? I'm Dr. Nick Barnes of Health From Within Family Chiropractic. Our simple 5-step approach aligns your health naturally. We correct spinal abnormalities to maximize nerve supply, focus on pure and simple nutrition, exercise and oxygen, mindset, and minimizing toxins in your body. Transform your health today with Health From Within, conveniently located on Manchester in Rock Hill or online at healthfromwithinstl.com.
The poll today is who gave the better speech last night, President Joe Biden or Senator Katie Britt. We're hoping that you saw at least a little bit of each of those so that you can participate in this poll with us. It's a tough one. It's the Annie Fry YouTube live chat poll, and I cannot wait to see the results. I'm waiting until the end of the show, just like you'll have to, because I want to see the full results.
And it's your job.
Well, I mean, we can peek anytime, but
waiting for the end of the show. You just want it to be over.
I sometimes want to know, but this time I'm like, no, I want to get the full results. 1246, this time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Mark Cox here. Join me and keynote speaker Senator Josh Hawley Friday, March 22nd for the 2024 St. Charles County Lincoln Day Dinner. We'll have drinks, dinner, and thought-provoking discussions. Tickets are on sale now. Learn more at 971talk.com/events.
The Annie Fry Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
I was left to my own devices. Many days fell away with nothing to show, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Great clouds all over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes,
Wiggins!
Oh,
Wiggins! The bee or not the bee?
All right, very well. This is Friday, and it is Wiggins America, so it is the bee or not the bee. I have 7 stories here.
Can I propose that if the Babylon Bee had a liberal counterpart that people actually watched and thought was funny, which is maybe like all of nighttime television,
Probably The Onion.
that Katie Britt's speech would have been what they would have done?
Oh, yeah. And it's one of those things that I think most of America probably didn't pay close attention to the GOP response after the State of the Union.
Most people don't pay a lot of attention to the State of the Union.
At all. But I guarantee you, Saturday Night Live, I could almost guarantee you they open with it.
It has to be back and forth.
We'll test it
I have to
Saturday.
there's plenty to... But what a gift to the Democrats to take off some of the pressure from angry man-in-chief. Anyway.
So these are stories that are either satire from the Babylon Bee or they're real. I'm going to read the headline. You got to tell me whether you think they are real or fake. Here's the first one. White House explains security fence around Capitol is to keep president from wandering off grounds during speech.
It's the bee.
Oh, you're so sure.
I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, you're right.
Otherwise, I want to know the publication.
The chain link fencing appeared around the Capitol earlier this week in what many assumed was an effort to keep rioters out of the building during the president's annual State of the Union address. The White House aides assured D.C. residents they don't expect violence and that they're just trying to avoid another presidential silver alert. Quote,
That's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst kind.
Quote, no, we're not worried about protesters or any sort of violence, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said. We just want to ensure President Biden doesn't wander off on one of his little walkabouts in the middle of delivering his wonderful speech in which he will prove to the American people just how cogent and alive he is. No president in history has been more alive and not dead than Biden.
Wonder if there's someone who has to take Joe Biden out for a walk.
Yeah, my neighbor is in his mid-80s, and we once in a while we'll go walk with him in the summer, and he goes, "Oh, thanks for walking your geezer." He's a super nice guy. All right, next one. Man sees no adverse effects from 217 COVID vaccines.
Leah, what do you think?
Not the B.
I got the B on this one.
That's the B.
Real story.
Real?
Oh, my gosh.
Real story.
217. Leah gets a point. We don't keep track of them, but if I were you, I would keep track of that one.
A 62-year-old German man who deliberately got over 200 shots of the coronavirus vaccine in 29 months did not see negative results. However, the researchers stressed that this is one individual case, and far-reaching conclusions or recommendations for the general public cannot be necessarily gleaned from it. Evidence for him getting 130 vaccinations in a 9-month period was collected by Germany's public prosecutor.
Wow.
The prosecutor opened an investigation into fraud allegations because that is crazy.
I love how you could take that story and be like, see, the vaccine's totally safe, but you could, don't look at VAERS. Don't worry about that. There's nothing to see here. Look at this guy, 217, who's up for 218.
Right, yeah. Get this guy another one. Shoot, I'm buying.
Just curious of how many times he got COVID in that time period.
That's a good question, and the article did not say. Here's the next one. Soldiers are changing their gender from male to female in order to receive better benefits.
Real.
I'm going to have to say B again.
I'm going with Leah. Real.
It's real.
Oh, my gosh.
Leah, good job.
I hate that it's real, though.
Yeah, Spanish soldiers. So this is taking place in Spain.
Of course. If you would have said Spain, that would have been obvious.
I took Spain out just to make sure that you guys were not, keep you on the bubble a little bit. Spanish soldiers are changing their gender from male to female to earn certain benefits only available to females.
Good for them.
Exactly, including higher pay and better sleeping quarters.
Higher pay?
That's what it says. Due to a self-identification law aimed at helping transgender people.
I mean, if we're just checking the box that we feel like we want to be, I want to be the gender that gets paid higher.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
That gets better housing.
Yeah.
I knew that it was the female box.
In Spain, apparently it is. 41 men in Spain's North Africa autonomous city, Ceuta, have made the drastic decision to change their gender on official documents from male to female since the so-called trait de l'ans, or trans law, was implemented in March of 2023. A majority of the now female soldiers have kept every other aspect of their life the same, including male genitalia, sexuality, and even facial hair.
I don't think you can disagree with it.
I don't either.
I don't think you can challenge it. These are the rules. I did not set them.
Yeah, they made the rules. You're just playing by them.
Was that your Spanish accent in there?
What did I do?
I don't know.
When I said, yeah.
No. I think you said
Trey.
Oh, you said something and I said, see?
No.
No, that's not it. The B.
Next one. Biden proudly announces he has eliminated junk fees for all migrants staying in New York hotels.
That's the B.
That's the B.
Yeah.
It's the B. Quote, this is a great first step, but we have much more to do, said the White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre. Soon, we will eliminate junk fees from the free Uber rides we're giving migrants. President Biden will do all this by himself because of how smart and sharp he is. At publishing time, Biden
Don't
had...
mix up those words. Smart and sharp, man. I did that once.
That is Annie Fry Show lore. At publishing time, Biden had announced that migrants would now be given free hot towels during their free airline flights to strategic battleground states ahead of the election.
Leah, were you here when I said shart?
No, unfortunately, but I saw the video.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. You know what you can do? Go back, find the original clip, and make it into Baby Shark. Do. Next one.
Never mind.
I was trying to say smart and shop.
Yeah, it was in an ad.
I know.
It was great.
We checked with Ruler Foods. They were fine. They were okay.
You know who wasn't okay was Ryan.
No, me. Man, I felt my life leave my body for the second half of that ad. And I was like, okay, be a pro, be a pro, be a pro. At the end, I was toast.
I was in the room for that
I could
one.
see was a. For
I
part
just had
of
to turn
it, and
around.
then you ended up.
I just
out
had
on
to
the
walk
floor
away.
out there.
Ryan's eyes bugged out of his head, and Brad's eyebrows went to the ceiling. And I'm just like, rulerfoods.com, okay.
I glitched. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, wait. Turn my mic on.
Not one of my finest moments.
Woman kicked out of Walmart for not wearing pajama bottoms.
That's real.
Yeah, the people of Walmart, real.
Yeah.
I don't even know if this is unusual. I think it's the B. I think, right, I'm going to say B. Just to...
It is the B.
Uh-huh.
The woman's brazen refusal to comply with store rules left the staff with no choice but to have security personnel escort her out of the store and ban her from returning until she agreed to wear the standard customer uniform of pajama pants. Next one.
What's the worst thing you've ever worn to a Walmart? Have you ever gone in like full on pajamas?
Probably jorts.
What's the worst thing you've ever worn?
Just jorts. Yeah. Anywhere.
Did you wear a shirt?
It was a short shirt tied to a knot.
Sleeveless.
Like a crop top?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't designed that way, but I made it that
bra.
way. No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Next one. AI chatbots use racist stereotypes even after anti-racism training.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, real?
That is real.
It's terrible.
The anti-racism training to the chatbot. Yeah, I won't even read the story because you already get it. So there you go. That's the B or not the B.
All right, stick around. We got more Annie Fry show coming around the corner. Your thoughts on the Annie Fry YouTube live chat poll? Go vote. We have to reconcile this by the end of the show. Who gave the better speech last night, Joe Biden or Senator Katie Britt? Annie Fry YouTube channel. Go vote. We'll be right back.
When I was in my 20s, I could just wake up, take a shower, and slap deodorant on my armpits. But since having kids, odor on other parts of my body made me feel like I needed a second shower, which for a mom like me ain't gonna happen. And then my gynecologist told me about Lumi. It's a whole body deodorant for pits, feet, and privates that controls odor anywhere and everywhere on your body. I tried it and noticed a difference right away, everywhere. Lumi was developed by an OBGYN. It's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours. Lumi has over 300,000 five-star reviews, and a 60-day money-back guarantee means you can try Lumi risk-free. Since Lumi, I never have to worry about body odor ever again, anywhere on my body, and that reassurance is worth every penny.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 222 and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack, and ships free with code 222. LUME deodorant.com, code 222, and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack. That's LUME deodorant.com, code 222.
Mark Cox, join me, Annie Fry, and Mark Reardon, along with Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw of the Retirement Advisory Group. They're holding their next Protecting Your Retirement educational event Tuesday, March 26th at the Frontenac Hilton at 6:30. Seats are limited, so go online at retirementkey.com. Here's Thomas with more.
Are you nearing retirement or already retired and wondering what to do with your life savings? Are you concerned about market volatility that's likely to occur as we get closer to the election? Would you like to know why linking to the market is smarter and safer than owning the market? Did you know if you're 59 and a half or older, you can roll over your company retirement plan tax-free to protect your nest egg from any losses and provide more income than your current plan? You'll get all the answers and more. If you're 59 and a half or older, you can't afford to miss this event.
Protect your retirement nest egg and join the official financial advisors of my show, Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw, Tuesday, March 26th at the Frontenac Hilton at 6:30. Go online to retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ziprecruiter.com/radio. That's ziprecruiter.com/radio. ziprecruiter.com/radio.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio. 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
There will be a third-party presidential ticket. On Lisa Brady, Fox News. Delegates for the No Labels movement just voting to move forward on a unity ticket during an online convention of members from every state. They don't have a candidate yet. The plan is to announce a selection process next week. The Republican Party is a new national chair, Michael Whatley, handpicked by former President Trump and voted in today at the RNC's spring meeting.
I would like to thank President Trump for his trust and support. There is no one who has been more focused on fighting for the American people, and I am grateful for the opportunity to work with him to win and help revitalize our great nation.
The former president's daughter-in-law, Laura Trump, is the new vice chair. RNC officials are disputing claims about covering Trump legal bills. President Biden is taking his State of the Union messages on the road, including that inflation is coming down. But that remains a tough sell with many Americans.
When I see a difference in the total at the bottom of my receipt at the grocery store and at the gas station, that's when I'll start feeling better about the economy. But until I see a difference, frankly, at the grocery store, I'm not real happy.
She's at a restaurant in Reading, Pennsylvania, as the president heads to Philadelphia. The member of Congress who invited a man arrested during the State of the Union isn't criticizing his guest.
Republican House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Michael McCall says Stephen Nakui told him before the State of the Union he was planning to shout out criticism at President Biden. McCall says he didn't encourage him to do it, but that it was, quote, his choice to make.
It's your conscience. That's just between your God, your son, and these other families.
Nakui's son was one of the service members killed in the chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz on Capitol Hill. McCall would like to see the misdemeanor charges dropped. America is listening to Fox News.
Tax Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. This tax season, you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a Samsung Galaxy A14 included when you buy an extended Silver Unlimited plan. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah!
Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com. Device offer ends 4/14/24. Online only. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
I'm Chris Riccobono, founder of Untuck It. When I started the brand, I wanted to make the perfect fitting untucked shirt. And over the years, we changed the way guys think about how they dress. The secret was our obsession over fabric quality, listening to what our customers wanted and making everything fit perfectly. Our fit team has mastered pants, polos, sports coats, and more. So we've got you covered from head to toe. Try what millions of guys already know and love. Shop today at untuckit.com or our 80-plus stores worldwide.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Windy and warmer this afternoon, 68 degrees with periods of showers, the chance of a spot thunderstorm, though not raining all the time, maybe even a little sun peeking out. Then tonight, wet, periods of rain, some spot thunderstorms, windy and chilly, 42. Saturday, fading morning showers, then partly sunny, windy and chilly, 48. 30 Saturday night, Sunday, sunny and 55. This is 97.1 FM Talk, Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Mark Cox here. Join me and keynote speaker Senator Josh Hawley Friday, March 22nd for the 2024 St. Charles County Lincoln Day Dinner. We'll have drinks, dinner, and thought-provoking discussions. Tickets are on sale now. Learn more at 971talk.com/events.
Hey homeowners, it's time to transform your house into a masterpiece with Lakeside Renovation and Design, your James Hardie siding experts. Picture this, durable, weather-resistant siding that doesn't just protect, but elevates your home's value and curb appeal. James Hardie, the gold standard in siding, installed by the pros at Lakeside. Say goodbye to maintenance headaches and hello to a home that stands the test of time. Ready for a siding upgrade? Lakeside Renovation and Design is your go-to. Visit our showroom or call today. Unleash the potential of your home with James Hardie Siding.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt, call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now, 800-552-6750. That's 800-552-6750. 800-552-6750.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation. Commission license number DC 32. Establishment of a plan may adversely affect the individual's credit rating or credit scores. Non-payment of debt may lead creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
Hey, it's Bo Matthews for Beast Plumbing, your new plumber. Whether it's plumbing, water heaters, clogged drains, or water treatment like water filtration and water softeners, call on the best. That's Beast Plumbing, 314-500-LEAK. That's 314-500-LEAK.
Hi, Chad Hansen from Hansen's Tree Service. Much like the human body, trees require a specific combination of nutrients to thrive. Our certified arborists can come to your property and prescribe the ideal treatment to ensure your trees and plants thrive this coming season. Check us out today at hansenstree.com and take advantage of our winter savings.
The Annie Fry Show YouTube live chat poll of the day is sponsored by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. Happy Friday. Happy day after the State of the Union. And if you watched it with us last night, I know you were up late, but we had a great time. Ryan said before the studio, in a very sentimental moment, he goes, hey, guys, before we go live, I had a lot of fun last night. It was really kind of mushy for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Now it's out there.
Yeah.
I set it off air on purpose.
Yeah, and he
it
only
was
said it to
fun
Brad.
last night. No, I didn't. I said it to everybody. I said, and I closed my eyes because I didn't want to make eye contact with either one of you.
I told
it
you
was
you
too
couldn't.
embarrassing.
Oh, that too.
I mean, I know your eye contact rules in general. This one was just, it was such a moment.
It was fun, and it was really fun. The chat that we had going on was popping. It was hard
Yeah, it was.
to
It was
keep
fun.
up with, and we had so many people last night who watched that with us. We had over 260 people claim bingo cards, which was awesome. So we will do this again. So stick around next time there's an opportunity like this. Hopefully there's a debate. I think the possibility exists that there could be one debate, but there will not be more than one. There's no possible way. I mean, I'll have what he's having. If he can do that, he should be good again by what, October?
Well, if you saw last night, I
Like
think
real fresh?
it was at about 45 minutes that he really started to drop off and the slurring increased.
Yeah.
And he was that might have been also when he went off script a little bit though too, because he really did lose it when he did that.
I want to get to a couple more points about the State of the Union last night, but the YouTube live chat poll for today is who gave the better speech, President Joe Biden or Senator Katie Britt? I'm just going to put this out here right now that Joe Biden has power and is destroying the country. So he is the entry-level default loser. So I vote Katie Britt. But that's
okay.
That's the only reason why. Katie Britt can't actually destroy the country, and her policies are good. And she is a strong conservative representation in the Senate. And I think she represents a different group of people than you normally think about the crusty old white Senate. Joe Biden's a disaster, and he's hostile, and he's angry, and I think he's highly medicated. So by default, I'm choosing Katie Britt as the better of the two. We'll get to what you guys think, because I know that we're struggling with this one. Because with that being said, I thought the Katie Britt thing was the frustrating thing is that the method of delivery completely took away from the message.
Yeah.
And will be a story. I haven't seen anywhere that people are doubling down going, nailed it. I think I saw Clay Travis tweeted something out, and it was maybe early on, and then it just kind of So I don't think that was the way. I think if the Republicans today had the opportunity to go back and change it, they would 100%, 100 out of 100 people who had a hand in that decision would say, we're going to do something else. Now, I want to pose to you somebody who maybe should have given the actual response. Is my stinger back up?
Yep.
This is N Wokeness on Twitter retweeted this video. I'm just going to read the tweet from N Wokeness. Woke influencer lists all of the, quote, terrifying things that Trump will do if he wins, and accidentally made the most epic campaign ad ever. So just to set the stage for you, this is an influencer who's leaning into the camera and who is going to read, I think it's Agenda 47. She's going to say it here. This person's going to say it here, but they're presenting it in a way it's like, oh, you think Joe Biden's bad? Listen to what this guy is going to do.
And here are the first 15 promises he has made if he is reelected. You may have heard of Project 2025, but this is from Agenda 47, and you can read all of these on his website. First, he promises that he will carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in history. He will also ask for the death sentence for anyone convicted of human trafficking. He will close the Department of Education and return all education standards to the states to decide. He will put prayer back into school, and he will criminalize any race-based advantage programs. He will end the Affordable Care Act. He will ban gender-affirming care for adults and children, and he will ban any federal dollars from going towards gender-affirming care, which means anyone with government-provided health care will no longer be able to access gender-affirming care except for Viagra and Cialis. Those will still be available. He will propose a constitutional amendment that gives a term limit to Congress. He will deploy the Department of Justice to investigate the Biden crime family and any of his adversaries or political rivals. He will immediately pardon all of the January 6ers, and he will create a task force to investigate anyone who arrested, charged, or imprisoned a January 6er.
So how are we doing so far?
I mean, the way she phrases some of it, I'm like, but even that said, I'm like, oh, it sounds all right to me. I mean, pretty good.
Agenda 47?
Yeah, I'm not against this at all.
Against cranky old man in chief screaming at people from the dais in the State of the Union?
He will increase the penalties for underage criminal offenders, strengthen immunity for police officers, and deploy the National Guard to patrol woke cities. On day one, he will reassess our participation in NATO and says that every European country needs to pay the United States for protection. He will also restore the wonderful travel ban for Muslims coming to America. He will build freedom cities. This is 10 new cities built on federal land. He will award them to areas with the best development proposals, and he will prioritize moving young families to these freedom cities. He will kill all e-vehicles and e-vehicle legislation, seeking to replace that with the development of a flying car. He believes that we could create a car that vertically takes off. He will remove all of the limits on American natural gas exports and drill baby drill for oil domestically. He will impose a tariff of up to 60% on Chinese imports. He will extend the 2017 tax cuts and drop the corporate tax rate from 21% to 15%. He will push Congress to pass legislation that would give every American the right to concealed carry anywhere at any time. And he will revoke any gun restrictions or legislation that seeks to inhibit people's ability to own guns that's been passed in the last several years. He will demand that Europe pay back all the money we gave Ukraine, and then he will use all of that money to recruit for the American military. And he will take billions and billions of dollars from private university endowments by taxing, fining, and suing the universities. He specifically names Harvard in this one. And then he will use that money to create the American Academy. It is a free online college that will be free of wokeness that he will force employers to recognize as a bachelor's degree equivalent.
Love it.
So that's Agenda 47.
I'm for Agenda 47.
I've not heard a lot of that stuff.
I know, and we wouldn't if it weren't for this individual.
That's right. That's true. The one thing that I was like, what is that? He's going to build freedom cities?
I've heard him talk about this before.
So, I'd got to look into that because that sounds, it could go one of two ways. And my hope is that it's some sort of like initiative to just spur the housing market.
Spur the housing
You'd think it would
maybe
be with Trump.
give up federal land that you can't do anything with.
Yeah. But
and
allow
there's
it
to be developed.
What I like hearing is that it's not, there's a lot of stuff that we've talked about plenty. And there's a bunch of stuff in there that I've not really heard much about. Cool.
Flying cars?
Creative stuff. Yeah.
Flying cars.
It's easy for people to listen to this person say flying cars, whatever, and then roll your eyes. But Elon Musk has self-driving cars.
Uh-huh.
I'm not getting in one of those
Not
to be
yet.
self-driven yet, but there is a process to getting to where something like flying cars or self-driving cars exists. And I mean, somebody once said, we're going to go to the moon. And they're going to go to the moon. Of course they're going to go to the moon. Last night, Joe Biden said that we have a cancer vaccine.
Yeah, I was super excited to hear that, except he said it before and I've never seen it.
Imagine the element of that would be true and nobody's talking about it today.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something if we found out that we've had this for a couple of years now and we found out at the State of the Union? Really?
There's a lot
That's
of
amazing.
There's a lot of conspiracy behind that.
Oh,
You know
is
those
there?
conspiracies?
Ooh, I'm going to get on Twitter.
Yeah, that's the great place to find truth and conspiracy. Just make sure that you understanding the broad surface area of where the conspiracy lives, and then you're going to have to pick and choose smartly there. I think that one of the most wild things that is not getting talked about from last night, and I mean, I understand why, because when this happened, if you went back and watched the replay on the Annie Fry YouTube channel of us watching the speech last night, the first thing he says here is jaw-dropping. But then your jaw had to drop further and further as the 36 seconds counted on. So let's just take this in pieces. Let's first just start at the beginning.
It's not about him. It's not about me. I'd be a winner, not really.
What? Because what happens next is the biggest moment of the speech. What the hell was that? I'd be a winner, not really.
It's not about him. It's not about me, because if it was, I'd be a winner. Not really.
What does that mean? Like, what was supposed to be said there that just hasn't gone through my thick skull yet?
Yeah, no, that's what's hard about it, is because most of what he says that is a little confusing, you get what he's trying to say, but every now and then he does one of those, oh, God bless you, thanks for the Great Lakes. You're like, what the heck are you talking about?
My pleasure.
Yeah, yeah, you're welcome.
The least that I could do.
Okay.
What does this mean?
It's not about him. It's not about me.
Is he talking about Trump?
I think so.
I'd be a winner.
I'd be a winner?
So from this point on is where I think he's just saying stuff that doesn't mean anything.
Well, he's about to get interrupted by Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
So it's hard to take where he was going and understand it. And like if that wouldn't have happened, then maybe we'd understand it better. But we don't understand that moment because he's about to get heckled by Marjorie Taylor Greene. Then he says Lincoln Riley. We're going to listen to that in a second. What is he saying?
It's not about him. It's not about me. I'd be a winner, not really.
Not really? Isn't that what he says?
Not really, yeah. So I think if I'm taking a guess here, my guess is that he's talking about President Trump and he's talking about himself. It's not about him. It's not about me. Okay, understand.
Yeah.
It's about the country. That's where you think he's headed.
Yeah.
But then the next line sounds like he's
read
still
it.
on script.
Yeah, he sounds like he's reading
I'd
that.
be a winner.
He sounds like he's reading it, and the words that were there were not what he thought was going to be there. And so
Exactly.
he just commits to reading the teleprompter, and he, like we are,
Yeah.
is confused.
Yeah. And then you don't know what would have happened because then yeah.
Lincoln Riley.
Is there a worse thing that he could have done than to say her name wrong?
No, I am glad to see him go off script there because
What, politically?
I mean, kind of, but I also like that he was willing to talk about her because the criticism has been that he won't. And he was like, well, fine, then I will. And he botched it completely. So if he had gone off script and said things, I mean, he does address the family, but it was, you're right, politically it's terrible. And part of that is just because he uses unbelievably the word illegal.
Well, I'm not there yet.
Okay.
The thing that's crazy to me is how he could screw up her name. I mean, this has been one of the biggest stories.
Like the whole, you don't even have to say anything
Right.
but her name, and he screwed it up.
I mean, and like he held up a pin.
It says it.
And it says Laken Riley on the pin. How does he not know? Because like even whenever
Maybe
he
he can't
got the
read.
pin, he asked Marjorie Taylor Greene, who gave him the pin, how do you say the name again? Laken Riley, she says. He's like, got it. And
Are you sure that's what he says? I thought he was saying to her, I know the name.
Or maybe he was saying that.
I don't think he was asking for clarification from Marjorie Taylor Greene.
if he says, I know the name, and then he goes up there and blows it,
Yes.
no, there's nothing worse he could have done at
Because he
that
was
speech.
doing his jockey, like, yeah, let's do push-ups. Yeah, let's go out to the back alley. He was saying to her, I know the name. I'll say her name. Like he was pushing back on her power play. A lot of people upset about the decorum of wearing a hat in the. I'm sure if it was a Biden hat, it'd have been fine. Of her wearing a Trump hat, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I like that she gave him a pin. I like that she is pushing this issue. I am very hesitant. It's a hard thing to do because if Laken Riley's death brings a spotlight to a problem we've been talking about, and now the problem has a name, then maybe talking about it can stop another family from losing their Laken. But I'm super sensitive to the idea that Laken Riley's death is of political advantage to one side, and that's just gross to me. But for Joe Biden to be up there and to say her name wrong, a lot of people are saying he's in a pickle because if he says her name, then he's got to address it. If he doesn't say her name, then he's playing into their hand. And then he figured out a new way to screw it up by saying her name wrong.
An innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal.
This is the big moment of the night where Joe Biden did what Americans do when they speak freely, and you say something that maybe isn't as savory on the super polished world of politics, where you have to make sure that every word you say, not that every word you say means something, but just every word you say doesn't offend anybody. And the old guy, I mean, you guys all know what it's like to live in a super PC culture. I mean, we're past politically correct at this point, but a super monitored cancel culture world where you know what to say and you know what you can't say, but grandma and grandpa, they're not going to budge. They grew up at a different time, they spoke a different way, and they say some things and you don't like it when they say it, but that's just the way grandma and grandpa are. The president of the United States is grandpa here. The president of the United States said what we've all been thinking, that these people are in this country illegally. And the idea from the Democrat side of the aisle that you would call them an illegal is somehow dehumanizing them. Well, this murderer who isn't illegal in our country dehumanized Laken Riley by taking her life. You can't get her name right, but you did get the illegal part right. And that is unforgivable if a Republican does it. And you can hear Nancy Pelosi afterwards saying, well, I wish he would have used the word undocumented. We don't call them illegals. I wish he would have used the word undocumented. But then she looks into the camera and waves it off and says, it's not a big deal. It's not a big thing. Well, it would be if a Republican said it. Because they're so worried about the dehumanization of these people who are coming into our country because Joe Biden is inviting them in and working on using your tax dollars that aren't going to Ukraine to send them to the southern border to process these people in so that they can get in smoother and quicker. His whole solution last night was how we process them quicker in the United States. That was his solution. He wants more people on the southern border to adjudicate this so that they are only here for a few months as opposed to years, if not forever. You say Laken Riley's name, and you understand that that's a life that is lost, and there are other lives that we're not saying their names because there are many people who have lost people at the hands of individuals that Joe Biden does not want to stop from coming into the country. He just wants to process them faster. It's unbelievable. And for him to come out and say illegal and call this person illegal and then go into some more rambling nonsense. When he does go off script, like Ryan said, when he does go off script, he's a freaking mess. And last night, he was a drug-induced freaking mess. When he does what he's told, he's, I think the word today is fiery and focused when he does what he's told. But we don't vote for the people who are telling Joe Biden what to do. We vote for the president. I didn't vote for him, but some of y'all did. And you've got somebody who's being managed. And the second that he steps out of line, he'll tell you. He'll be the first one to tell you, if I do X, Y, Z, I'm going to get in trouble. What an embarrassment. And the people who are propping this up should have shame. They should feel shame about what they're doing to the American people. And I'm thinking about being Laken Riley's mom and watching this and waiting for the moment where Marjorie Taylor Greene pushes the issue and wanting to hear my daughter's name out of respect for my daughter's life, and hearing the president of the United States boast about, yeah, I'll say it, pound your chest, I'll say that name, and then he says it wrong. What a disgrace. An absolute, utter disgrace. One other thing. If the speechwriters, the puppeteers, the people who are calling the shots, if they would have put her name in the speech with intent, he probably would have said it correctly. But they chose not to. You didn't vote for those people. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, ask us anything. You guys got some questions?
Ready to roll.
All right. Ask us anything at all. Ask us anything that doesn't have to do with the State of the Union. So tired of it. X's and O's today.
Oh, yeah.
New contestants.
This is going to be a good one.
Never had them in before as contestants. Hancock and Kelly on the Annie Fry Show. I don't think I've ever had Michael Kelly in the studio when I've been in here.
It's going to be a fun game, I promise.
I'm looking forward to it. Did you, Ryan writes the questions every week. Did you write with the understanding that it would be Hancock and Kelly?
I did.
Are we going to look dumb in front of them?
No.
We can't look dumb in front of them.
I think there are some pop culture things just as usual, but
well, that's where I look
it's
really
a lot
dumb.
of politics.
Did you hear my question? Am I going to look dumb?
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff about rock music.
This is my favorite Chubby Checker song. Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Number 47 said to number 3, you were the cutest jailbird I ever did see.
The Annie Fry Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Everybody let it rock. Everybody knows we'll dance to the jail out of rock.
I want to talk to you about Stuart at Stuart's American Mortgage. This guy knows his stuff, and he has created a business model that is kind of a reflection on the old-fashioned way of doing business, where you actually are going to work with Stewie. He's there. I have his phone number in my phone, and I chat with him with regularity about the economy and what's going on at the Fed and so on and so forth. And it's the same number that I give you to secure your bagel loan mortgage, 314-324-4440. You call him or you text Stewie at Stuart's American Mortgage at 314-324-4440. Stewie is going to help you access a loan that is going to keep you from having to pay any of those closing costs. It can amount up to thousands of dollars that you can save by making the smart choice of securing your mortgage with Stewie at Stuart's American Mortgage. It's called the Bagel Loan, and he calls it the Bagel Loan because bagels look like zeros to remind you that you're going to save all of that money and pay zero in closing costs that the other folks out there, they're going to charge you for that. Partner up with the best game in town when it comes to getting a mortgage, also doing mortgage refinances. And if you're getting a loan of $200,000 or more, you can qualify for that bagel loan and you can save. Make the call, send the text, 314-324-4440 to my friend Stewie. Online, you can find him by Googling the Bagel Loan, Stuart's American Mortgage, NMLS number 226715.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. and the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago, and they're very cooperative on getting us the right paint. They were in and out and done in no time. Once it was finished, looked great. We were very happy with it.
The main reason Rick called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by a 25-year transferable warranty.
We've watched a lot of people get their house painted 3 or 4 times, and we haven't had to do any of it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to paint it every 5-7 years.
Take a tip from Rick and put down the paintbrush and call Rhino Shield for your free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago. Financially makes sense, especially if it's going to last like this did. Still looks great.
Call now. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
You're listening to the Annie Fry Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Air Comfort Service is hiring licensed journeymen. Don't have a journeyman license? Air Comfort Service will help you get it. Get guaranteed hours year-round and more. Apply online at aircomfortservice.com.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
The Mark Reardon Show.
Friday afternoon, it's another Fish Fry Friday broadcast. We're at Holy Infant Parish in Baldwin on New Baldwin Road.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 97.1 FM Talk. This is the Annie Fry Show. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
You have to ask me nicely.
Don't make me beg here. Ask me anything.
Tell me the truth! So, Fridays at about this time, we like to answer your questions, and you guys keep a lookout on the live chat for any questions that might come across. If you want to pose a question to myself or to Brad and Leah and Ryan, any of us or all of us, go to the Annie Fry YouTube channel and leave a comment. All right. There are a couple stipulations for this question. I'm going to ask the question. I'm willing to go last. It's good. You're going to have to think about it a little bit, but you can't repeat an answer that somebody else has said. So you have to come up with your own.
Okay.
If somebody came to you and said, Ryan, Leah, Brad, whatever, you get to pick one Republican and one Democrat from Congress. You have to get rid of one from both parties. Who's the Republican you're taking out and who's the Democrat you're taking out?
Republican from Congress.
House or Senate?
Okay.
Anybody want to go first?
I'll go first. I'm sending Mitt Romney on his way as the Republican.
Okay.
And the Democrat that I'm sending on their way is Chuck Schumer.
Okay.
I'm done with those two.
My two are still on the table.
Okay. I would pick
Romney and Schumer.
Yep.
I would pick a random House member, although the
A Republican or Democrat?
Republican. The majority would get even narrower, so that's a problem, but I would pick somebody completely inconsequential. So they're so inconsequential, I don't know their names. I will...
Nameless Republican
person. And then I would pick a senator because that would have a dramatic impact on the Senate. And that senator
That's why I picked Chuck Schumer.
Would be... You already picked Chuck Schumer. He's a good one. Oh, gosh. Did you say Congress? You said Congress. Okay.
House or Senate?
Okay, House or Senate. Yeah, again.
Leah, if you come up with your answers before he does,
before
you
Ryan
can
does.
shout it
I
out.
don't know anybody. I'm looking people up. Give some random names.
No, you can. Well, he's doing random names.
Yeah.
If you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer.
I'll say John Ossoff in Georgia because his seat would be easier to fill.
Ooh.
I am bouncing from the House, one Republican and one Democrat, and I am saying goodbye to Lauren Boebert and AOC.
Let's work.
Okay.
1 for 1.
Those work.
Okay.
All right, that's my question.
All right. You ready for mine?
No. Let's just sit here and...
Okay, Leo.
Wait.
No, I want to hear yours.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever been in a long-distance relationship? And if so, how did it turn out?
No.
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 All right. Well, this one went pretty fast.
Have you?
Yeah. And I got married to her.
Okay.
So it was a pretty good ending.
Yay.
It was not easy, though. I just wonder if now, if long-distance relationships are pretty common, because at the time, you know, we would see each other a lot more, but you didn't have Zoom. You didn't have all these things.
Like texting was coming about.
It was just happening.
I remember paying 10 cents a text.
Mm-hmm. Until after 9. And then you could do
Was
more.
texting after 9? I don't know if texting was. I think texting was always 10 cents.
Now that I say that, I'm not sure.
I had to train myself to be like, no, you can send a message with words without having to charge. I had friends who would charge or send you a text, and the text would just be 0.10. It's like, hey, it's 10 cents. Because it would charge both of you to receive and send.
Yeah.
It's outrageous. Leah, your question?
What was an embarrassing trend that you took part in high school? That looking back, you're like,
the
cringe.
90s. What about you? You go first.
No, I don't want to go first.
I can tell you.
Were you ever embarrassed?
Oh my gosh. I accidentally joined Mensa in high school. And
is that?
oh my gosh.
Wait, what is
it was
that?
like, why did I even
Brad.
go through the test?
What is
Ryan
that?
is so full of it. Mensa's an IQ club for having a really high IQ.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Wait,
did it
you
on
didn't
accident.
belong there?
And I belonged.
Oh.
I just took the
Such a
test
dork.
on a whim,
Such a
you know,
dork.
and I
Yeah.
passed. And I'm like, oh,
Oh
great.
gosh, now I gotta join.
Now I'm in this. I don't even know what to do, you know.
Yeah.
I also, to answer your question in a different way, though, I also had a skater cut.
Like
a skater cut.
In a real way?
Like, was it shaved up underneath?
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Oh
look
yeah,
at you
this
go.
is I was 15 or so.
Oh, crazy.
Skater cut, and it was long enough I could put it behind my ears.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go along those lines. I had frosted tips and a puka shell necklace.
So did everybody else.
Dang, no, I did not. I didn't do that.
Because you weren't cool.
I had a skater cut.
He's
Tell me
also
I'm not
older
cool.
than we are.
Come
So.
on. Yeah, I'm a couple years older, so I think I missed that trend, or was old enough that I was like, haha, those kids. And then like you saw the next generation do emo cuts. And all
I
that
was
stuff.
like, I was chunky Brad too, so it wasn't like even like I had to get two of them put together to get.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Aw.
I don't know. Like, everything that I did in high school is cool now again. Because these Gen Zers live in the 90s. I had seat covers and a fuzzy steering wheel thing. What do you mean, oh no?
That's
It's freaking cool.
disappointing. No, it wasn't.
Why?
Seat
Never
covers?
was.
Who
I had a
cares?
1996 Ford Taurus and it made the seats and the steering wheel cleaner. Why is that embarrassing?
Yeah, why is that? Oh,
So-
because you're a car guy.
Yeah, I am a car guy. It's like, ugh.
Well, and I was a 16-year-old girl. In what world is that related? Why are you so ashamed of me?
I'm just disappointed, Annie.
Okay, I'm disappointed in you
In
too.
the seat
for being
covers or
disappointed in
the
me.
steering wheel cover?
The steering wheel cover.
The steering wheel cover, if I can see it in my face right now, it looked exactly like Sully from Monsters, Inc. It was that blue and that purple, and it was fuzzy.
Fuzzy, okay.
And then I had the seat covers that went over the seat, because the car, by the time I had it, was, I don't know how old it was, but I mean, it had been used. It wasn't beat up or anything like that. I thought it was cool, and if I were 16 and had that car again, I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
No, but we were
Not really
answering the
ashamed of it.
question what you were ashamed of, so you
I'm not ashamed-
must be ashamed a little bit of it.
No, I'm just, I thought the question was, what would Brad be ashamed of me for? And I clearly
You
hit the
nailed
mark.
it.
Got it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
That's all right. I'm judging
Bullseye.
you too. Yeah. Your question?
Yeah. So whenever
Did you answer it?
I didn't. I used to wear like knee socks, but like rainbow colored. It was kind of like the thing for the girls when I was like in grade school. I don't know.
Well, Brad hates you for it.
No, I don't judge
My
that.
knee socks. I should come in with
No,
knee
that's
socks.
Not a car. You can.
Rainbow knee socks, fine.
Yeah.
Annie trying to make her blueberry Ford Taurus look a little more fun as a teenage girl. Shameful.
Leah, did you wear those in a car?
Yeah. Ever? Did you take them off
That's where
before
it
you got
crosses
in?
the line for Brad.
Did your car wear the knee socks?
I had a skater cut, and sometimes I was in a car.
Did you ever tie them and put them around the steering wheel?
No.
Your turn, Brad.
Yeah, my turn.
Can't wait to judge
So,
this question.
I'm looking forward to it, Annie. Bring it on. So when somebody finds out what you do, what is the first question they always ask you?
What? It depends on how you answer the question.
Yeah, I answer 72 questions before they actually find out what I do.
I play it a little slow, too. I will usually say I'm in either, depending on the context, I'll say I'm in communications sometimes. And other times I'll say radio.
Is it at your Mensa meetings?
Oh, gosh. I don't even want to get into those. Those are such a pain. It's just a bunch of geniuses going, oh, what about blah, blah, blah? E equals MC squared. And I'm like, oh, my gosh.
So elementary.
It's the only smart thing you could think of was E equals MC squared.
No, that's just the way the meetings start. It's standard. I would say, to answer your question, which I don't remember now, what was it?
What do people say when they find out what you
it's
do?
the first question they ask you.
When I say radio, usually the first question they ask is, oh, are you on the air?
Leah?
Nothing exciting. People ask me what I do. I say I work in radio, and they're just like, oh, that's cool. And they're like, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm a producer. And they're like, oh, okay.
What about you, Annie?
Mostly just, well, it just depends. They either know who I am or they ask me what kind of music we play. And I'm like, whatever I want. It's my show.
Standard music beds that don't go anywhere.
Yeah, jazz.
They always ask me, oh, what does a producer do? That's the one question I always get, and I still don't have a great way of summing it all up in a good answer.
That is the answer for a producer. It's everything.
Just
all
produce.
of it. Yeah.
You produce.
I have one more. Is that cool?
Yep. Do we have questions coming in? Have you guys
Oh,
seen
I
any
haven't seen any,
from the
but-
audience?
I haven't seen any.
Okay, I will look for them. You go ahead, Ryan.
If you were in a horror movie,
Oh, boy.
how long would you survive?
Probably till about 3 p.m.
It depends on who's killing us. Is it like zombies or is it Michael Myers?
If there are 4 people, let's just say
There we go.
order. Let's just
There
do
we
the
go.
order that we would survive in a horror movie. We'll each take a turn. Who, from dies first to last. Ryan, Leah, you're a horror movie expert.
Uh-oh.
Who dies first in here, and take us into who survives last. Maybe they die, maybe they don't.
I don't know who would die first because there's like good qualities in all of you that I think,
I
in
agree.
a fight or flight situation, we would be able to handle our own.
Brad, what do you think?
I think Ryan, don't take this the wrong way, but I think
You think I'd survive all the way?
I think Ryan is the one that finds the horror villain. He's the one that stumbles across the villain.
Ryan's the one that has you in the movie, and you're having fun, and you're laughing and have a good time, and he's the one who dies first because it's a big deal, and
Yeah.
it turns the movie from something like fun and light into horror.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm the one that goes up in the attic and is like, an ancient book. Let's just read it.
Did he just say ancient?
Blow the dust off of this thing. It says it's cursed.
Then I think I go second, and then I think maybe Annie, and then Leah.
Why? You can't
Why?
just give a list
Oh.
and not say why.
I think that I'm going to try to fight him, and like you can't beat the horror movie villain, so you always lose in that, but I'm going to try to fight him.
Somebody does.
I think Leah does because she knows the rules. She's
Yeah,
like Sydney
but
in
it's-
Scream.
It's never a dude.
Not in the modern ones.
And the reason I said Leah would go last is because she knows all the horror movie rules.
Ryan,
Who survives?
the order.
Oh, I'm out.
You're first.
I'm first for sure. I mean,
Why?
Brad nailed that. I'm
Why?
the guy who's running into the forest.
Man,
I'm
we
like,
should go up these stairs.
You know, it'd be crazy if we all took our shirts off in the forest for no reason. I'm first.
What are you talking about?
It's just the dumb things that like
Ryan.
the teenagers get into. You're like, why
That's
are
how
you doing
he was
that?
left alone. We're like, who is this freak? I'm not doing that.
Oh, fine. I'll just go sleep in the car.
Anybody seen Ryan?
I'll just turn on my flashers in case anybody wants to see.
I saw that thing out there the other day. Maybe we should turn on the news. No way, man. We are totally not doing the news this weekend. I'm that guy.
You're first.
I'm first. Annie is second.
Okay.
Annie's second because she's going to want to know what happened to me. and try to figure it out. She's walking into danger.
Is that because I am carrying compassionate?
You're kind of overseeing it, and you're like, oh, I don't know. We
Really?
got to find Ryan. And then you go to try to find Ryan, and
Maybe
Ryan
I'm the
is
bad guy.
dead. No. You find out at the end Leah was the bad guy.
Leo was the bad guy.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my gosh. I've never been more sure of anything.
Oh.
Because Leah is she's quiet. She's unassuming. She's not going to give you like really a whole lot of detail. And then you find out, oh my gosh, she was overseeing the monster.
And-
so she's not the monster, but she knew what was going on.
She was in on it.
Yeah.
What happens to Brad?
Brad just drives his car into a cliff.
Jeez.
Because
With the fuzzy steering wheel cover.
Yeah, because
it
That's
spins
why-
on top of it.
That's why
and-
he drove off the cliff. Is because there was he's like, I can't do this. I
I'm
have
not
to
touching that.
He's embarrassed.
Go wherever this car goes. I'm not gonna.
I can't drive Annie's car.
Put my hands on this '96 blue Ford Taurus.
Yeah, we're pretty easy off, I
Ryan,
would say.
you were the first. That's a determined
Yep.
outcome. And I was listening. I wasn't thinking. I should have been thinking. Ryan goes first. I think Leah checks in on you. I think Leah is with you. And Leah. What? Okay, I was wrong. Go ahead. Why?
Because I've seen a couple scary movies.
Leah's checking in on Leah.
If he goes somewhere, goes missing, it's like, oh, well, it was nice knowing him. So
I think you guys are together. I think you guys are in the same place at the same time.
Okay.
And Ryan decides, I think I can charm this person.
Leah?
yeah, what do you
Or
mean
the
by
monster.
person?
A monster.
Okay.
This is how you die.
Okay. Come on, swimming at night is fun. It's just a pond.
And Leah is super skeptical. And you confront the monster. And Leah sees what's about to happen. And she bolts. This monster's fast.
Yeah. Yeah. And supernaturally fast. There's no way something covered in all that slime should move that fast, but it just does.
Your death is the spectacle.
Yeah.
Leah runs off into the woods, just out, away.
Yeah.
And you hear a scream.
And you find out later that she's dead.
She didn't
But
make
you
it.
didn't see it.
Yeah. Brad is constructing an arsenal. And it comes down to, is it going to be Brad or me? And since he was mean to my steering wheel covers, he goes first.
Yeah. Annie's opening the door and kicking you out of it.
So
She takes my arsenal.
I think it's here. Let's do it this way. I think it's Brad and me at the end. And if it were Brad and me at the end, I think I might survive because I think Brad would try to. If one of us had to go, Brad would do that because he's that kind of guy. He'd try to.
And you would let him.
And I'd be like, it's a good choice. No, I think I would be thinking up wild strats, and I think Brad would be, if somebody had to do the physical accosting, I think Brad wouldn't be like, Annie, I think you'd be good at this. I don't think that that's the way, the gentlemanly chivalry part of Brad. But then he's like, there were those seat covers. You should go.
You
And
did
then
kickboxing right.
And then I die. So that's how
Yeah.
I think it goes. All right, let's take a quick break. If you've got questions you want to ask us, throw them up on the Annie Fry YouTube channel. More coverage before we get Hancock and Kelly in here for their first X's and O's showdown post State of the Union. We'll see how good Ryan put together the game this week. And we could all collectively high five or judge him after the fact. But you feel good about it.
Yeah, you're fine. Bring on the judgment because it's a good game.
But you're there are days where he comes in and he's like, guys, I mailed it in this
It's
week.
going to be a little tough
Yeah,
on you.
but-
Well, this one is a little tough. I'll say that.
Well, I am ready for it. Hope you are too. If you want to play along with us, join us on the Annie Fry YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show. Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Fry Show.
I want to talk to you about the Diamond Shop. I love these people. They're great people. Right now in March, of course, they have a little St. Patrick's Day stuff going on right now. If you have been thinking about making a purchase, always a reminder that at the Diamond Shop, they do 6 months, same as cash financing. The smart move here is to go online to thediamondshop.net, thediamondshop.net, and sign up to be a VIP because you're going to get the heads up, the alerts. If you're in the market for something, maybe it's a nice set of rings, maybe it's just a really good marker for a special birthday or an anniversary, you're going to want to make sure that you get access to the deals ahead of time so you can save money on maybe something green from the Diamond Shop this month. They have 30% off all in-stock jewelry for this month. Daylight savings time, they're celebrating watches, so batteries are $10. So if you need to come in and get your battery replaced, this is the place to do it. And VIPs are getting an extra 10% off all green in-stock jewelry from March 1st through the 16th, so hustle on over there to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. They have other events going on, like a spring fling with 40% off all in-stock jewelry from March 19th through the 23rd, and VIP members continue to save more. Always be in the know by being a VIP at the Diamond Shop. They're located in Clayton, but you can go online right now to thediamondshop.net.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-652-5241 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-652-5241. That's 800-652-5241. What do you have to lose? Call 800-652-5241. Again, 800-652-5241.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
The needs of modern businesses are always changing, but corporate cards haven't evolved in decades. Until now. Meet Ramp, the all-in-one finance platform that combines corporate cards with spend management software. Ramp is the only card designed to actually help your business spend less, not more. With Ramp, you can set custom controls to stop out-of-policy spend before it even happens. And Ramp software even does expense reports for you. No more manual entries, no more chasing receipts. And with best-in-class accounting integrations, you'll close your books in days, not weeks. Ramp gives you better insights and a real-time view of all company spend, so you can stay focused on the big picture and build a healthier business. Join over 15,000 businesses who have switched to Ramp and start saving an average of 5%. Modern finance runs on Ramp. And now get $250 when you join Ramp. Just go to ramp.com/free. That's ramp.com/free.
The Lifestyles Unlimited team of real estate investing mentors and educators want to meet you. Learn to retire in 5 years or less. In St. Louis, 2 days only, April 27th and 28th. Go to GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Promo code 2024.
Experience the beauty of custom crafted windows that enhance your home's aesthetics and energy efficiency. Look no further than Infinity from Marvin. Proudly brought to you by Lakeside Renovation and Design. Why choose Infinity? These windows are not just strong, they're 8 times stronger than vinyl, providing unmatched security for your home. Plus, with Lakeside's expert installation, you're guaranteed precision and perfection. Visit our showroom or call Lakeside Renovation and Design today. Elevate your home with Infinity from Marvin, where strength meets style.
Referencing the State of the Union last night, who gave the better speech, President Joe Biden or Senator Katie Britt? Let us know, especially if you saw bits of both of them. We want to know which one you think was better, and then by default, which one was worse. Annie Fry YouTube live chat poll. It is 152. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Mark Cox here. Join me and keynote speaker Senator Josh Hawley Friday, March 22nd for the 2024 St. Charles County Lincoln Day Dinner. We'll have drinks, dinner, and thought-provoking discussions. Tickets are on sale now. Learn more at 971talk.com/events.
Lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. Crickets are singing and lightning bugs are floating on the breeze. Baby, get ready.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. So we were just discussing in our Ask Us Anything segment, how did you phrase it in a horror movie?
In a horror movie,
Horror.
Who would survive? Yeah, in a stag film, who would survive and who wouldn't?
A stag? That's not what we talked about.
Horror.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Horror.
Yes, that's what I meant. In a horror movie, who would die first?
What did
who
you
would
say
die
to me?
last? of the four of us.
Yeah, what order would we perish? And Steve was out there, and I asked him, and he gave a response, and I thought it was worthy of the air.
Okay. Bring it, Steve.
So
Come
am I
on.
going
Who dies first?
Brad?
Yes! Nice!
You just made Ryan's day.
Why do you say that?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, you probably could die first. It's one of the two of you, because Brad's a really good guy, and they always whack the good guy first.
I'll take it.
Man, it's a win for everybody here.
In the old movies, it was the good girl that survived the longest, though. I guess that's good girl.
And I think it could be Leah. I don't know Leah as well and haven't worked with her as long as I have Brad. So Leah's going to be my second to perish, probably right behind, like, oh my God, you killed Brad. And then bam, they kill her too. And, and then Annie, I think, is the toughest of the group.
All right.
And so I think she goes third and Ryan survives.
Yeah, if it's a comedy horror, I am the least likely to have survived.
Horror. Does he even know what's going on?
No, my take is cockroaches survive these things.
No.
No, that's legit. Like,
no. It's
and Twinkies.
It's a movie. It's a horror with a heart of gold.
Are you watching
And
that
that's
movie?
why I make it to the end.
Yeah.
She's just trying to make it through college.
It's just a weekend gig.
Well, the order that we said, the majority of the order we said was Ryan was easily the
clearly
first
the
one.
first.
Which one? What was the order that you said?
I said me,
First.
then you,
Yeah.
I think, and then Brad, and then Leah's at the end because she was actually the villain.
Yeah, we're not sure.
Are you going on a vacation, like an exotic vacation, pretty soon?
Just to the woods.
Yeah.
No, you're going to
Is that
like,
cool?
No, aren't you going to like Japan?
Yeah, I'm going to Japan.
Yeah, so that goes to show.
He just didn't show up for the filming.
Yeah, he's just like, when he told me Ryan was going to Japan, I'm like, he'll survive the horror movie.
This is quite a time to be flying international.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. I did pick the door seat last time I had a flight. Nobody would sit in it, and I'm like, well, shoot, there's a little extra foot room here. I'll take it.
They're going to get a lot of extra foot room when the door comes off the building. Did you see yesterday? What?
Yeah, the wheels.
No, that's
Oh,
a
that's
different
another
story.
one. Oh,
There's another plane that was landing and it skidded off the runway.
No, I didn't see that one.
The wheel fell off yesterday, and then they showed the cars in the parking lot where it smashed into, and then they had to land. I don't know, to get more wheels, I guess, on the plane.
Yeah, like you do.
It's outrageous. All right, are we wrap? We need another minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you did you watch the State of the Union?
So I did not. I only got to see the Republican response.
Did you see any clips, anything of the State of the Union?
Yes, I've seen some clips of it.
Our YouTube live chat poll for today is who gave the better speech? Joe Biden or the Republican response, Senator Katie Britt?
So I can't say that here.
Well, we're talking about it, though.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we want you to be honest.
I said that Katie Britt did it because Joe Biden's actually in a position to destroy the country. But that's the only reason why. And Ryan and Brad have not yet given answers because they're not really sure what to say. So
I with those guys. I didn't get it.
as a person who's paid attention to the news for quite some time, was she just speaking to somebody who isn't us where it resonated? Or is it 100% total miss?
I was in a restaurant and there were 30 people in the restaurant surrounded by a bar in this area, and they had it turned up loud.
Oh, no.
And it didn't go well there, and that's a pretty conservative crowd.
My goodness. All right. Well, we need to know what you think. Go to the Eddie Fry YouTube channel and vote. We'll give those results at the end of the show. And when we come back, Hancock and Kelly in studio for X's and O's. We're looking forward to that. Don't go away.
Waited all winter for the time to be right, just to take you along.
Now is a great time to start planning your next outdoor project with my friends at Chesterfield Fence and Deck. Mark Cox here. You know, they're in their 56th year of business in the region. This is a locally owned and operated company since 1968. And Chesterfield Fence and Deck has such great options for you for your fence, for your decking. They've got regular wood, right? Natural cedar decks. And they've got Vecadec vinyl decking. And they got a brand new color available this year. It's pewter. It's a gorgeous gray color that has beautiful variation throughout it for more of a natural look. Of course, they do custom sunrooms and screen rooms and pergolas and patios. You name it, they can do it for you at Chesterfield Fence and Deck. If you need inspiration, call them up, go to their website, chesterfieldfence.com, or visit their showroom in the Valley. Mention my name, Mark Cox, and get a special discount for 48 months interest-free financing for February or March. Go online to chesterfieldfence.com.
Paid for by Coalition Life. Stop. Wait. Think twice about signing that petition. That innocent petition is not a replacement for Roe versus Wade. We're talking late term and partial birth, long after the baby can feel pain. But that's not all. Signing that petition obliterates parental rights. Worse, it strips away malpractice protections for prenatal care, childbirth, miscarriage care, and all other reproductive health care. So if you or a loved one is hurt while accessing reproductive care, you forfeit your rights to sue. So think twice about signing that petition and instead join us on Saturday, March 23rd, just outside Union Station for March on the Arch, hosted by Coalition Life. March 23rd is a day to stand up for the precious babies and their brave mothers in a powerful morning filled with prayer, love, and inspiration. Register today at stlmarch.com, stlmarch.com, because every life deserves a chance.
KFTK FM Florissant. From the Under Law Injury Lawyers, GetJim.com studio, 97.1 FM Talk. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
His first stop is Philadelphia. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Biden heading to suburban Philly to begin a 20-state pitch to voters after a fired-up State of the Union address.
To give you an idea of how his State of the Union address resonated in critical swing states like this, one of the employees at this middle school where the president's set to speak later this afternoon came up to our crew and joked that maybe Biden picked this location because it's right next door to a nursing home. Obviously not as energized by his remarks last night as many of Biden's allies believe.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich. This as the Republican Party names new leadership, handpicked by the former president. Meantime, No Labels delegates vote to move ahead with a third-party unity ticket, but they don't have candidates yet. The U.S. and Jordan drop more meals into Gaza and say they'll keep planning additional airdrops. This as a ship belonging to Spain's Open Arms Group leaves for Gaza, becoming the first to test a new humanitarian sea corridor set up by the EU, U.S., and UAE. Americans in Russia are being warned by the U.S. Embassy to avoid crowds in Moscow through the weekend because of heightened fears of a terror attack.
Authorities say they're monitoring reports extremists are planning an imminent attack in the Russian capital, possibly targeting large gatherings. The embassy did not elaborate on who or what poses the apparent threat or what kind of attack may be imminent.
Fox's Lillian Wu. This after Russia's FSB security service said yesterday it foiled a planned attack on a synagogue by an Afghan offshoot of ISIS. Ukraine's president says Russia will not be invited to the first peace summit planned as a meeting in Switzerland. After talks with the president of Turkey, President Zelensky said a Russian representative could be invited to the next meeting after a roadmap for peace is reached. America is listening to Fox News.
Tax Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. This tax season, you get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data and a new Samsung Galaxy A15 for just $99. So you can give your janky phone to your kid. Yeah! Good talk.
Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com. Device offer ends 4/14/24. In-store activation on single Silver Unlimited plan or higher required. Family plan discount with 4 lines all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
I'm Chris Riccobono, founder of Untuck It. When I started the brand, I wanted to make the perfect fitting untucked shirt. And over the years, we changed the way guys think about how they dress. The secret was our obsession over fabric quality, listening to what our customers wanted and making everything fit perfectly. Our fit team has mastered pants, polos, sports coats, and more. So we've got you covered from head to toe. Try what millions of guys already know and love. Shop today at untuckit.com or our 80-plus stores worldwide.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Windy and warmer this afternoon, 68 degrees with periods of showers, the chance of a spot thunderstorm, though not raining all the time, maybe even a little sun peeking out. Then tonight, wet, periods of rain, some spot thunderstorms, windy and chilly, 42. Saturday, fading morning showers, then partly sunny, windy and chilly, 48. 30 Saturday night, Sunday, sunny and 55. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Ad paid for by America First Tax Group. Attention, if you or your business is behind in filing your tax returns, or if you owe over $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS, please listen carefully. The IRS does not joke around and will not stop their collection efforts. If you're tired of the IRS letters, levies, liens, or wage garnishments and would like to get a fresh start, we can help. Due to the financial hardships in the country, the IRS is making it easier than ever to settle tax problems for those who owe more than $10,000. We can help settle your delinquent tax problems, end all collections, and may even reduce your back taxes significantly. Even if you can't afford to pay your back taxes, you can still get the help you need. We've helped thousands of taxpayers just like you, but you must call 800-212-5471 today to stop your tax problem from getting worse. The information is free and the help is real. Call 800-212-5471. That's 800-212-5471. Again, 800-212-5471.
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Do you have multiple years of unfiled taxes or owe more than $8,000? The attorneys at Allies Tax Relief are your ally and will stop the IRS from garnishing your wages or them levying your bank account. Call 800-230-5174.
Mark Cox here. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how to link to the market without the risk. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go online to retirementkey.com.
SLU men's basketball is back on 97.1 this weekend. Tune in at 11 for SLU versus St. Bonaventure. SLU men's basketball. It's an Atlantic 10 conference matchup on 97.1 FM Talk. The Annie Fry Show YouTube live chat poll of the day is sponsored by Ruler Foods. Low prices, no coupons. Ruler Foods.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
They got someone here knows what they're talking about.
Left up, left right, gotta love this American ride.
Like, you need to take some time to get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid, keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Fry Show.
I started with Biden because the border's all the rage now. Everyone's crazy for the border. So I did Biden 3 years ago, and he's at a press conference, Mr. President, do you have any idea how you're going to handle the crisis at the border? And Biden's like, first of all, let's get our facts straight. There's no crisis at the border. Come on. And he goes, how do you know, sir? He goes, because it says so on the piece of paper. Come on. It says on the paper. Says the paper right there. And then recently, everyone wants to close the border. Everyone's screaming. Biden's up there. I'll close the border harder than anyone's ever closed the border. I know how to close borders. Come on, Jack. And the press is like, but last time, get your facts straight. I'll beat you the hell out of you. Will you dog paste pony's shoulder? Come on. Let's do some push-ups. I'll close the border like nobody's ever closed it. The border patrol, the border can't believe it's not butter.
That's just Dana Carvey doing Dana Carvey things. That's so funny. More. I want more. You can make fun of Trump as much as you possibly can. Just make fun of everybody in the process. Dana Carvey, that's on David Spade's podcast, right? Was that where you pulled it from?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that, watched that. And it's really funny to watch Dana Carvey do. It's hard for me to... Didn't Dana Carvey do Ross Perot and George Bush?
Yeah.
And I think the story as I heard it was he was doing... I think he was one of them in the skit, and he kept coaching in rehearsal the other one, like, no, you need to do it this way. And then it turned into him like, okay, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but you're right. That is a real story. I just don't remember who he was coaching to do Perot better.
Who's like that today?
As far as impersonations go?
Impersonations, just across the board funny, make fun of anybody.
I mean, there are people who are great at impersonations. I'm thinking of Daryl Hammond. There's another guy, I can't remember his name. Yeah, that's not
He was
current,
Bill Clinton, right?
Yeah.
Is Alec Baldwin ever been funny doing Donald Trump?
Not doing Trump. No, he's a funny guy, but he didn't do a great Trump.
Let's ask our guests. Hancock and Kelly in the house. This is very exciting. Welcome, guys.
Hey, good to be here. Good to see everybody. Range over there. There's Leah. Wiggy's here.
Oh,
and
hello.
Andy Fry.
Wiggy, yes, I'm here. You and I are never in the studio at the same time.
It's true.
We've done a few things at the same time.
This is my first non-Hancock appearance on 97.1.
Really?
I've never been on with anybody else.
Well, you should come on more often.
Wow. There are reasons for that.
Let me ask you guys both this. We've got John Hancock and Mike Kelly in the studio. They're going to play X's and O's here in a second. But comedy, I'll ask you this first. Do I call you Kelly and Hancock?
Sure.
Or do we go by first names?
You can call us whatever. A lot of people call him number 2.
Okay. Eye roll received.
Well, you got to put up with the dad jokes when you have John around.
That's right. Do you feel like comedy has suffered in the political climate that we're in right now?
Yeah, I think people take it, take offense too often. I think making fun of politicians is great. I loved it. I always loved it.
What about you, Kelly?
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I like when everybody goes after everybody, and when they backed out of the, what do they call it, the dinner where you get made
the White
fun
House
of.
Correspondents'
Yeah,
Dinner.
I mean, come on.
Well, Trump's the only one who did that.
Well, enough said.
So you just have a problem with Trump?
Well, who doesn't?
Me.
There you go.
I actually, Dawn, went and found my Make America Great Again t-shirt that I bought in New York City in 2019.
On purpose?
Oh, yeah. Last night I put it on for the State of the Union.
Yeah.
It's my favorite part of the night.
Nice.
Wow.
What'd you wear?
I think I was in boxers and a t-shirt.
Okay. That's like the minimum requirements, I suppose.
I got my green...
We had to tell Ryan when he was coming over last night that he did have to wear pants.
Oh, wait, you had a party last night?
Oh, yeah, we had a party.
To get ready to watch the State of the Union?
Yeah, we tend to do that.
We played Biden Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Oh, so the show had a party last night.
Well, Ryan and Brad came over. Leah had to
Very
work at her
cool.
other job, but she was.
That happens.
She's been there before. Yeah, we have a watch party, man.
Wow.
On YouTube.
There you go.
Nice.
Biden Bingo is what you got to do to get through it.
Yeah.
Who won?
The country lost, I can tell you that. And I don't know that Katie Britt really won either.
Oh, man.
Let me ask you the YouTube live
I think
chat.
I've dated somebody like her before.
Really?
Yeah.
You still with her?
No. But I mean, like 1 minute it was just happy, lucky, and the next minute, quivering voice.
Yeah. That's how women are, That's how they get when
I'm
they're
not
disgusted
saying
with the country.
Is that what it's all about?
That's how I am. Right, guys?
Yeah. Yep, Annie.
They're
That's
so nervous.
Yep. You do a great job.
Yeah, because there's that other side of it. Goes from the quivering voice to the...
Just once a month.
Uh-oh, she got quiver voice.
Back away.
By the way, I had a dream about you guys the other night.
Oh, boy.
Annie was having her 5th child.
Oh,
and
so it was a nightmare.
Wiggy, I don't know, Range, I don't know where you were, but Wiggy and I were in the hospital with you, and
were you the dad?
No, we were waiting for him. He was still he was still teaching.
Because it wasn't me.
He was still. We were waiting for him to get out of class, and so you and I were there taking care of things.
This is weird.
It was weird.
Yeah, how'd it go? Did I do a good job?
You were good. Yeah,
Thank
you were very.
Did she have an epidural?
Pretty experienced at it.
No,
and I was all weepy and cry like, oh,
the
this
next
hurts.
night,
We
I
were
had
like,
a
oh, here
dream.
she goes again. Must be the time of the month.
I had a dream that I was in Jeff City, and they said you need to drive the governor to Bolivar, and I said, yeah, my car. It's gross. They said, well, we need you to do it, and then. This is my dream. I had to drive the governor
like
to
an
Bolivar.
actual dream, not just like your hopes for your future.
Yeah, no, I have no desire.
He has this dream all the time.
Then I had to go back to Jeff City because Scott Fawn needed a ride to St. Louis. So I was so aggravated at everybody, and I woke up angry.
Wow, Brad, you had the same dream last night. What are the odds?
Yeah, and I don't even know who Scott Fawn is.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I do. But,
Oh,
yeah.
that's going to upset some people. Scott Fawn specifically.
Yeah, right.
What do you guys have going on? I want to give you guys an opportunity to promote whatever you are doing or where you are.
Nothing. We got a show over on KMOX.
Yeah.
You can hear us Friday mornings, 8:30 to 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday evenings, 8 to 10 p.m.
How long has the Hancock and Kelly thing been going on?
15 years.
Because you guys are a bit of a fixture in St. Louis when it comes to bipartisan political conversations.
Yeah. Yeah, it started off weird because, he...
It ended weird, too.
I was the director of the Republican Party, and he was the director of the Democratic Party at the same time. And I was having a news conference going after the widow Carnahan at the time. And this kid, and he was a kid, he crashes my news conference and starts handing out papers to all the reporters. And I'm thinking, what a jerk this guy is.
We should be in business.
And so, I don't know, a month goes by. I returned the favor and really didn't care much for each other.
Ditto.
And so then we had a debate in that cycle. It was the 02 cycle. And we got to talking afterwards, and, kind of like him. We both have a very blue-collar background.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was here for a Reardon roundtable, and they said, we need a Democrat, And I said, and I had his phone number in my, so I called him up, and he came down, and...
Reardon got you guys together?
Yeah. And,
Right.
and the rest is history.
Do you think that political culture today misses out on talking to people on the other side of the aisle?
Yes.
What do you think, Kelly?
No, absolutely. I mean, I don't want to go. I mean, I hate talking politics in my life outside of,
Business.
outside
Mhm.
of business, because people just want to be heard, and nobody's really listening to each other anymore. And with John, I mean, I accept John's points of view. I think 99% of them are usually wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I understand it, and I understand the human, so it makes it easier to comprehend where that thought process is coming from, rather than just demonizing them like, oh, they're nut jobs over there.
And here's what's missing in the social media world we're living in. People don't have relationships, face-to-face relationships.
Everything's desensitized.
And you might be anonymous. You might be getting hit by somebody anonymously or what. And we just don't, and especially men, don't invest in relationships. And so when we started working together, as all lives do, we both went through some pretty massive life crises. I was in my 40s at the time, and he was in his 30s. And so when you go through life together like that with somebody, and you kind of share your struggles and the stuff that's going on, it just binds you together. So I love the guy. I mean, he's my best friend. First phone call I make,
he had a stroke, called me.
Because my wife wouldn't pick up the phone.
The other thing I think John and I benefited from was the technology and how politics has become people's community. Hadn't really started the way that it is now.
It's very cultish now on both sides.
And I think people are identifying their whole lifestyle around a candidate or around, a political thought process. And that was kind of before the relationship that we were doing that before that kind of happened. Because, I mean, I naturally didn't like John. I mean, he was the, head of the Republican Party. But,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
the
once you
default
got
opponent.
to know him, once I got to know him, and I'm not sure in a world with the technology we have now and in the culture we live now, how possible it is to do the way that we have.
Yeah.
Do you agree on anything?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Lots of things.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're both on the same page in crime in St. Louis. He's not really a progressive, and I'm not a populist. I mean, I'm just not. I'm a traditional conservative Republican. we're both, I think, institutionalists. We trust the institutions of government. And so we do have some commonality. I am a conservative, and he's not.
Yeah, I'm a Labor Democrat at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I've probably become more socially liberal than I grew up.
Yeah.
But, I've the whole progressive thing irritates me almost to the extent that the MAGA stuff does.
So you would say that the elements of the direction, the pull on the Democrat Party is away from, you're not being pulled into the Republican Party, but you can feel the Democrat Party
not.
being influenced in a way that is pulling away from your center.
I just first of all, I believe police are working people like a guy swinging a hammer or you standing behind that microphone, and we've demonized police and working people who have a tough job to do on a daily basis. We've now decided that we're going to use local government for social engineering, and it makes absolutely no sense to me that, the people who can't pave the roads, pick up the trash, and police the streets are now going to fix, thousands of year-old problems. But I do believe government should play a role in helping those who can't help themselves. And that's why I'm a Democrat, and I've continued to stay kind of true to my same principles. My party continues to get further left in a lot of instances. But I think I witnessed that with John, too. I mean, John, I think, would you consider yourself a Reagan Republican?
Yeah.
And, I mean, Reagan couldn't even get a standing ovation at the State of the Union last night.
That was Joe Biden. Anywho, what about you? I know that you are saying you're kind of pulling away. You say populist. I mean, that's what Donald Trump is.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You're pulling away from kind
He's
of
a populist. He's a nationalist.
the overall entry that influence that Trump has had.
I mean, I liked a lot of the things that Donald Trump did in his first. I thought the deregulatory stuff was solid. I liked the tax cuts. I'm not a fan of tariffs, and I'm not a fan of America withdrawing from world leadership. I think that's a mistake. And I think what's happening in Ukraine right now and the way my party is dealing with it is a mistake because, I mean, history says what it says,
Mm-hmm. Well, I can listen to what Kelly's saying and what Hancock is saying here. And I think I think, Kelly, you fit in the Democrat Party and you fit in the Republican Party. And the Democrat Party is going to have to figure out how to work you in. And the Republican Party is going to have to figure out how to work you in, Hancock, because whoever loses will be because they couldn't bring all of those people into their party.
No, I think that's right. It's going to be a fascinating election in a lot of ways.
All right. Well, we usually start the game in this segment, but we're going to take a quick break and we're going to get through it. Now,
I'm ready.
You guys might be the most well-versed contestants that we have come in and play this game. And
especially for current events.
Yeah, I think Ryan wrote this game to make us look foolish. So I'm looking forward
to... Well, if it's current events and pop culture, I'm probably not your man.
Yeah, we might not
then
be your
we'll
people.
see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. X's and O's with Hancock and Kelly. When we come back, don't go away.
You're listening to The Annie Fry Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
Nobody thinks or expects too much. Hollywood's calling for the movie rights, singing, hey, baby, let's keep in touch. Hey, baby, let's keep in touch.
There's breaking news all day long from around the world, and sometimes all that noise makes it hard to hear about what's happening right here at home. With the free Odyssey app, getting your local news plus breaking news is easy. And even when you're not near a radio, stay connected with what's going on right here by listening live and push alerts. Just download the free Odyssey app and search and follow your local news station, and you're good to go. The local breaking news to get you through your day at your fingertips on the free Odyssey app. That's AUDACY.
Cardinals theme tickets are on sale now, and the 2024 lineup looks better than ever. Backed by popular demand, check out the returning favorites like Star Wars, Margaritaville, Grateful Dead, Harry Potter, St. Louis Blues Night, and Teachers and Nurses Night. New for 2024, don't miss Battlehawks Night or 90s Night. For a complete list of all the 2024 theme nights, visit cardinals.com/theme.
Cardinals single game tickets for the 2024 season are on sale now and start at just $6. The schedule is filled with great matchups, including 2 weekend series with the Cubs, plus weekend matchups with the Dodgers, Red Sox, and more. The promo schedule is packed with fan favorites too, like jerseys, bobbleheads, player tributes, and so much more. There's something for everyone in the 2024 season. Get your tickets now at Cardinals.com.
This is Lars Newbar, St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
When you have Rhino Shield on your house, it does a couple of things for you. It beautifies the house, and it protects it from the harshest elements. And boy, do we see those here in the greater St. Louis area. You get instant curb appeal. It will stick to anything. Rhino Shield is the answer, no matter whether you're painting a home or a church or a business or a condo, because it's 100% waterproof. It takes care of the outdoor maintenance on whatever is on the outside of your home. The brick, the block, aluminum, steel, stucco. They can put this on with the 2 to 3 coat process. They're there about a week, and they do a great job. A lot of businesses have done it in the area. Several Firestones have done that. Vantage Credit Union over the years, Harlan Packaging down in DeSoto. Call Darren today and schedule your free estimate. 877-25-RHINO, easy to remember phone number, or go online today at 877-25RHINO.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Mark Cox here. You know, people have been listening to my advice about Hampton Manor of Wentzville, and the feedback is outstanding for the people that have paid a visit. This is a beautiful, brand new senior living community just off Highway 70, north of the Lake St. Louis exit. You should go see them. All of the amenities you could imagine, a hair and nail salon, a movie theater, a personal chef. Schedule your tour today at WentzvilleAssistedLiving.com. That's WentzvilleAssistedLiving.com.
You're listening to the Annie Fry Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Make your home comfortable year-round with routine HVAC maintenance from Air Comfort Service. Maintenance plans start at $15 per month and get 1 month free when you pay monthly. For details, visit aircomfortservice.com.
Odyssey is your home for all the audio that matters to you. Download the Odyssey app today to listen to 97.1 FM Talk, even when you don't have a radio. Always streaming at 971talk.com. The Annie Fry Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe. Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Fry Show.
All right, welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. It's Friday, and we are excited about that. We're going to set aside part of the State of the Union. I'm not going to say the whole thing because I don't know what Ryan put in X's and O's today. For our expert contestants, Hancock and Kelly in here. Ryan, this is where I hand it over to you.
Okay, guys, if you're not familiar with the rules of X's and O's, we have a tic-tac-toe board behind you.
Well, there it is.
With squares numbered, and your names are right there. How about that?
All right.
Squares numbered 1 through 9.
Did I spell it wrong?
There we go. So
the other people were horse thieves.
And you will have to pick one of those squares, and then one of these experts in front of you, being Annie, Brad, or Leah, to answer the question for you.
And then we either agree or disagree.
Either agree or disagree.
Got it.
Exactly right.
Right.
And if you don't get it right, your opponent gets the square.
Where's Todd?
Right.
Is Todd here?
I don't know. Let's find out.
There he is.
There he is. There's our drummer.
Okay. Hi, Todd.
All right, so I'm going to flip a pen here since both of you have never played, and there it goes.
Flip a pen?
Well, I got their names written down. It leaned toward Michael Kelly.
All right. You
there
get
we
the
go.
first square, big
All right,
boy.
Michael Kelly will be X's. John
Was that based
Hancock
on the
will be
science?
O's. Oh, yeah. There's a specific process.
The pen flip.
The pen fell on the ground.
I'll take square number 5.
Number 5. And so your experts in front of you, which one would you like to pick?
Let's go with Leah.
Leah.
I am not great at this. Just heads up.
Leah. Here you go. Born in Florida, Steve Garvey is a former baseball player who's trying to win a Senate seat in California as a Republican. It's a long shot bid, but he's got name recognition after playing for 2 MLB teams from 1969 through 1987. Name one.
Oh.
What is? You guys can't help me.
No, we're not going to help you. We just want everyone to know that we know the answer.
Okay. I have no idea. Let's go with Cardinals.
Okay, the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, the Arizona Cardinals.
He's
a lefty pitcher for the Arizona Cardinals.
So what happens? Now I tell her
You
she's
either
wrong.
agree or disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay,
Yeah.
you are correct, so you get the square. So that's as easy as it gets.
Hold on.
There you
Who
go.
are the 2 teams?
The Dodgers is the only
And
one I know. Who cares?
The San Diego Padres.
That's correct. That's both
So
of
what
them.
happens? I put
And
my
he
Yep,
still
you
gets
get
the
the X.
This feels a little like socialism to me. He gets the X and didn't know the answer.
He did know the answer. She was wrong.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going with Annie Fry.
Okay, let's do it.
Annie Fry, which square for Annie Fry?
Let's go with 1.
Number 1. All right,
Ooh.
that's one of our audio whoopies.
Hancock goes to the left. Okay.
All right, Cookie Monster is weighing in on a particular political issue, but it's the kind we can all get behind.
The Cookie Monster has had enough.
Chocolate chip cookie important to me, too.
His beef with shrinkflation is getting attention on Capitol Hill after he posted, quote, "Me hate shrinkflation. Me cookies are getting smaller." Senator responded, "Me too, Cookie Monster. People in my state of Ohio are fed up. They should get all the cookie they pay for."
Which senator agreed with Cookie Monster?
God, I can see his face.
So can I.
Good. You know this?
I think I do.
I can see his face. Chuck Schumer.
Chuck Schumer.
I disagree. And now, it could either be, who's the J.D. Vance, or it could be Sherrod Brown. I believe it's Sherrod Brown.
Okay, here is the answer.
Senator Sherrod Brown
Yes!
responded, "Me too,
That's
Cookie
why I
Monster."
said Schumer. I couldn't think of it. I knew it was a.
Oh, here, you put yours in red. I'll take blue.
Oh,
I love it.
red.
I love
That's
it.
pink.
Even better.
Close enough.
Okay, all
I like
right.
pink.
All right, that is 2 for 2. So back to you, Michael Kelly.
Annie Fry for number 4.
Okay.
Annie Fry for number 4.
Center left.
Okay, last week we had a Don Henley Hotel California question
Oh, God.
in
Dang
this
it.
slot, where the answer to that question was Steely Dan.
All right.
This week, Steely Dan's keyboardist Jim Beard
Shoot,
died.
Keyboardist was my answer.
Look, hang on. So I'm going to play for you a clip of a Steely Dan song called Reeling in the Years, and you have to give me the next line when it stops.
Uh-oh.
She's really good at this, Michael.
I'm not.
Here we go.
Are you reeling in the years?
I do know this song.
Stowing away the time. Are you gathering up the tears?
I don't know any of the words of this song. I don't know.
Okay, you going to go with that?
I don't have a guess.
That would
I
be
don't
incorrect.
know. All right, here is the line.
I know the line. Have you had enough time?
I don't even know what they're saying right now.
Yeah, you got it. Have you?
Let the record show. I've gotten all 3 of these questions right.
Where are the Backstreet Boys questions?
Kelly over here is
You'd have
limping
put a picture
through.
of Steely Dan up.
But you got to win on the
No.
board, John.
I saw that news story came out. Fox
Not
News
fair.
Alert hit, and I'm like, okay, the people listening to the station probably care about this.
Give me-
I was going to announce that Steely Dan died, but it turns out that's the name of the band. It was the keyboardist. So I was glad I did a quick Google and realized didn't make a fool out of myself. But here I am on Friday. Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.
Well, I always get these questions.
You always get the
They
rock
always come to
questions.
me. She gets the sports questions. I get these questions.
Now, if a
gotta
member
go
of
for
the
the
Backstreet
block.
Boys dies, you'll probably
would be
get that
tragic.
question. Yeah, it would be terrible.
All right, give me some Brad Range For 6, please.
All right, let's do this.
Number 6. All right, you
For the block?
guys, both of you have stumbled into AI. All right, this is a real clip from the week. So the quote is real, but it's run through AI, so it won't sound like the person saying it. You got to tell me who said this.
A decision that we revisit constantly in terms of the balance between allowing somebody to knowingly lie on your ear about things they've lied about before.
Oh, I know this one. God dang it, I know this one. I also know that that's Snoop Dogg and not Snoop Dogg at the same time.
That is AI Snoop Dogg, but who actually said that? Do you need to hear it again?
I've got a guess.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's Rachel Maddow.
Play the clip.
Yep, you bet. Here you go.
A decision that we revisit constantly in terms of the balance between allowing somebody to knowingly lie on your ear about things they've lied about before.
For the record, Snoop Dogg said that he didn't have a problem with Trump.
I'm going to say that I disagree with Rachel Maddow.
You don't think it's Maddow?
I don't.
Okay. Here is the answer.
A decision that we revisit.
It is Maddow.
It is Rachel Maddow.
Oh, no.
He just
allowing somebody
You got the first
to knowingly
tic-tac-toe.
lie
Erase
on your
all.
air
That
about
was,
things they've lied about before.
That was less than...
You see that?
Yeah, I see.
I don't like to talk.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. We play until the board is covered.
Yeah.
So
And there's room for more tic-tac-toes up there.
Yes, there are.
Yeah, that's
All
good.
right.
Yes,
I
there
see
are.
what's going
Kelly's
on
turn.
now.
Yeah, Michael Kelly's turn, though.
That was really spooky that they did that with the D-O-double-G's voice like that.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Or is
I don't
it not
know
cool?
that it's cool.
Yeah.
How in the heck am I supposed to know what Rachel Maddow is saying?
Well, she's
broaden
kind of
the
famous
horizon.
for not allowing Trump to air his victory speeches, which she didn't on Tuesday, Super Tuesday.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I don't even watch MSNBC.
not good for you.
Nobody does. It's okay.
That is true.
It's a lonely place.
I don't even know what Fox News is on my television, though. I
Yeah.
couldn't find it if you...
Do you watch the news? Do you watch CNN?
I watch CNN, yeah.
Okay.
And I watch some of the other stuff, but I do not watch either of those
News
two.
Nation?
No.
Okay.
I watch a
He
little
said
News
with
Nation.
disgust. I watch it.
Yeah.
It's the way I can. It's the palatable way to peek around the corner.
Yeah, right.
Is that the WGN deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuomo.
Yeah, it's all right.
Leland.
Your turn.
I
Yeah,
would
you're
like to go
firmly in
with
control here.
number 7, please.
Number 7, who is your expert?
I think I will go with my good friend there, Brad.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Besties.
Brad, you have found another one of our audio whoopies.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
All right. In giving her concession speech after nearly being swept on Super Tuesday, Nikki Haley had this to say.
I have always been a conservative Republican and always supported the Republican nominee. But on this question, as she did on so many others, provided some good advice when she said, quote, never just follow the crowd. Always make up your own mind.
Of course, the question is going to be, who did she quote?
Margaret Thatcher.
Okay.
No, I disagree.
Disagree. Okay, here is the answer.
But on this question, as she did on so many others,
Her mother.
Hillary
Margaret
Clinton.
Thatcher provided some good advice.
I thought it was her mother,
Hey,
too.
Range.
Look
I
at
love you,
that.
Range.
You
Let
get a
me step over here with my marker.
Well done.
Yes, so you had heard that clip
Yes.
for sure then, because that's not a name you can just pull out.
No.
Next square?
Let's go with number 8.
Number 8, we got a game again here, guys. Who is your expert, John?
I'm going with Leah.
Leah, here we go. Justin Bieber's father-in-law recently asked publicly for people to pray for Bieber's marriage to Haley Baldwin. Haley asked everyone not to look into it too much, saying things are fine, but the internet has gone wild with speculation anyway.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It's a surprise.
Amazing.
Who is Haley Bieber's famous dad?
Well, my first thought is Alec Baldwin, but I don't think that's the right answer. So I'll just go with Alec Baldwin.
Okay. Alec Baldwin.
Could be Alec Baldwin.
I thought it was a different
You got
Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin out there. You got
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin. You got the piano.
The piano. Baldwin. Piano.
I'm gonna.
It's a brand of
I think
piano.
it's Stephen Baldwin. I'm going to disagree with my good friend Leah.
You're going to disagree with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, you are correct. It is Stephen Baldwin.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I don't know who
Let me
that
just
is.
let the record show.
Not something that we covered this week in between court cases and the State of the Union.
All right, go ahead, Kelly.
But
Take
now
your
I
best
learned
shot.
that.
I will go with number 9, please.
Ooh, okay. This is
Annie
for the block.
Fry.
Okay.
All right, this is Andy's last question.
What do you mean?
You can only
I only
pick
go
us
3
3.
times.
3 times
That's
each.
all right.
3 times each. All right. Number 9 is a political nerd question.
Yes, yes, yes.
Here we go.
I got this.
Super Tuesday is behind us, and the leading candidates, Trump and Biden, each won every state and territory except one. Give me the one state or territory that Biden lost and the one that Trump lost.
American Samoa and Vermont. You said the one that Haley lost, and the one that Trump and the one that Biden. Yes.
You've got
one
it
of
right.
each.
I agree.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yes,
that is
thank you.
correct.
Justin Bieber.
I get who's sleeping with Justin Bieber, and he gets. Man.
That wasn't who's
that
sleeping
was
with. The
Stephen
next one
Baldwin.
is who's sleeping with Justin Bieber. And it's a name you won't believe, according to TMZ.
Yeah,
Oh, gosh.
All right, give me a range for 2.
All right, this is my last one.
All right, range.
Number 2, Brad Range. With the State of the Union being this week, we saw reruns of other famous State of the Union speeches, including one where Nancy Pelosi tore up Trump's speech behind him for everyone to see, everyone except Trump.
It would have felt good last night if Mike Johnson would have torn up that speech.
I don't know. I don't like it.
It would have been unbecoming.
Yes,
we
yes.
would have been there
Yes.
before, so.
Oh, everybody
Mike-
was so well behaved last
I
night.
was gonna say, I
You're
think
right.
Mike Johnson got about as close as Mike Johnson gets to that with his
Yeah, his
facial,
eye rolls,
yeah, like-
man, they were for real.
So here's your question.
What's going on with those sideburns?
Mike
What?
Johnson?
Yeah.
Does he have long sideburns?
He does.
Does he look like Luke Perry now?
He's got something.
Exactly
I mean,
like
it's not Elvis.
Hey!
It's not Elvis level, but he's got,
Better be careful. He'll jump up and punch you in the knee.
longer sideburns.
I don't think I noticed that. All right, your question, Brad, is in what year did that take place when Nancy Pelosi tore up Trump's speech at the State of the Union?
Oh boy. I want to say it was the 2020 State of the Union.
I'm all in with 2020. I agree with Brad Range.
That's correct.
All right.
That is correct.
Johnny boy.
Good job. Man, you guys are making this a game.
For the block.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is the last square, buddy.
This is
The
it.
block and the win. Well, it's all right.
I- number
No, this is for
3.
the win.
This is for the win.
Yeah.
This is it.
I'd like number 3 and Miss Leah to be my
Okay.
So if
expert.
Hancock gets this, he's got a tic-tac-toe and 5 squares.
That's right.
And if Kelly wins this, he has 2 tic-tac-toes.
This is for the
also
game.
right.
And 5 squares.
Yeah. So this is the whole thing here. No
Rigged.
pressure, Leah.
Game is rigged.
Well played.
Rigged.
Oh, it's absolutely rigged. You can't come in here and be the Republican and lose and say it's
No.
rigged. No, actually, wait. This is where you can't say that.
Leah, you have surprisingly stumbled into AI. Okay. This is, again, a real clip from the week. Won't sound like the person. Just tell me who said this.
I am a proud wife and mom of 2 school-aged kids. My daughter Bennett and my son Ridgway are why I ran for the Senate. I'm
This I
worried
can
about
listen
their
to.
future.
Could you do the whole thing? Oh, sorry.
What?
Go on.
Wait, can you replay it?
Yes, I can. Here you go. One more time.
I am a proud wife and mom of 2 school-aged kids. My daughter Bennett and my son Ridgway are why I ran for the Senate. I'm worried about their future.
Who said that, Leah?
I don't know. Nikki Haley.
Man,
Nikki Haley.
I disagree.
You disagree.
I want the whole speech like that so I can hear what was actually said.
It was Senator Britt from last night.
This is who said that.
I am a proud wife and mom of 2 school-aged kids.
Turn it off.
My
Maybe
daughter
stop.
Bennett and my son Ridgway are why I ran for the Senate.
Women.
I'm worried about their future.
Speak with your whole voice. Not just this part. Ugh. I can't handle it.
That was correct. And that means that Michael Kelly has won X's and O's.
All right, you guys have to come back.
Congratulations.
Because you were formidable opponents, which is just a total shocker.
Nancy and I were driving down the Pacific Coast Highway.
Nobody likes Reagan in the Republican Party anymore.
No.
Stuff it.
Man, the
I was
trees
born
were
in 1984. So let me ask you this quick question before we let you go. Our YouTube live chat poll: who gave the better speech last night, President Joe Biden or Senator Katie Britt? Kelly, who gave the better speech?
President Biden.
Hancock? He can't bring himself to say hi, but he knows that.
I thought the sergeant at arms was pretty darn impressive last night.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Let's take a quick break.
Bye,
we'll get
guys.
your thoughts on the poll question when we come back. Hancock and Kelly, thank you so much.
See you guys.
Great to have you. Please come back. We'll wrap the show up here and hand it over to Reardon at that fish fry at 3 o'clock.
Proper insulation in your home or business can save you money every month. The insulation experts at Koala Insulation of Gateway West in Metro East Illinois deliver efficiency and improved comfort. Big or small, Koala has you covered. Call or text Koala Insulation of Gateway West in Metro East Illinois at 314-756-5661 and find them on Facebook or check out the reviews at koalainsulation.com/gateway-west.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-652-5241 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-652-5241. That's 800-652-5241. What do you have to lose? Call 800-652-5241. Again, 800-652-5241.
Mark Cox, join me, Annie Fry, and Mark Reardon, along with Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw of the Retirement Advisory Group. They're holding their next Protecting Your Retirement educational event Tuesday, March 26th at the Frontenac Hilton at 6:30. Seats are limited, so go online at retirementkey.com. Here's Thomas with more.
Are you nearing retirement or already retired and wondering what to do with your life savings? Are you concerned about market volatility that's likely to occur as we get closer to the election? Would you like to know why linking to the market is smarter and safer than owning the market? Did you know if you're 59 and a half or older, you can roll over your company retirement plan tax-free to protect your nest egg from any losses and provide more income than your current plan? You'll get all the answers and more. If you're 59 and a half or older, you can't afford to miss this event.
Protect your retirement nest egg and join the official financial advisors of my show, Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw, Tuesday, March 26th at the Frontenac Hilton at 6:30. Go online to retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
Hey, it's Bo Matthews for Beast Plumbing, your new plumber. Whether it's plumbing, water heaters, clogged drains, or water treatment like water filtration and water softeners, call on the best. That's Beast Plumbing, 314-500-LEAK. That's 314-500-LEAK.
Well, I can't wait to hear the results of this poll today. It is who gave the better speech, President Joe Biden or Senator Katie Britt in her GOP response to the State of the Union. That is the Annie Fry YouTube live chat poll. I'd love to know what you think, and of course, leave a comment, and we will examine them closely here in just a couple minutes. 2:46. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon getting set for another Fish Fry Friday broadcast. We're at Holy Infant Parish in Baldwin on New Baldwin Road. Come see us. The roundtable gets started right after Fox News.
It's been a really, really messed up week. 7 days of torture, 7 days of bitter, and my girlfriend went and cheated on me. She's a California dime, but it's time for me to quit her. La, 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 whatever. La, 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 it doesn't matter. La, 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 oh well.
You're listening to the Annie Fry Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
There's a party on the rooftop, top of the world tonight, tonight. And we're dancing on the edge of the Hollywood sign. I don't know if I'll make it, but watch how good I'll fake it. It's alright, tonight, tonight. I woke up with a strange tattoo.
Welcome back to the Annie Fry Show. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. That was fun to play with Hancock and Kelly in here. They haven't been in here before, but they're around the building a lot.
I guess no. Well, they've been in here when you weren't here because you know Hancock has filled in for you, and I've been in here with them maybe once or twice total ever. But they were good contestants for X's and O's.
Yeah, it was good. We'll have them back. Put them on the high on the list, Brad. We had a great time last night watching the State of the Union with you. Make sure you listen to the whole sentence there. That State of the Union speech was a disaster last night. I think that the Republican response was a disaster last night, and from what I'm hearing, and really like the hugest winner out of last night's event, in my opinion, unequivocally, RFK Jr. He puts out a speech after, or like a video, a response or whatever, and it's measured, it's calm. His policies are not conservative, libertarian-based policies. He is very much so what I would place in like the Kennedy Democrat kind of category. I don't see people who are looking at the problems that we're facing right now as a country who have conservative ideals. I don't see them looking at RFK Jr. and going, this is the right guy. But people dislike these two candidates so incredibly much. And he looks like the adult in the room. He really does come into the scene and he looks thoughtful. He looks measured. He looks... To me, he's the type of person who you have to listen to what he says to know what he thinks about something. Like, I know what Joe Biden is going to say or think about anything because it's pre-programmed based on the party. For the most part, I know what Donald Trump is going to say about most things. I don't know how he's going to say it, that's for sure. But you got to decide whether you're going to commit to watching Donald Trump do the Donald Trump thing. I don't know what RFK Jr. is going to do or say. And I think that last night was an opportunity for RFK Jr. to put himself more so on the map and be a real player in the November election. I don't know that he can win the election, but he very well could be the thing that decides who wins the presidency. I'm not seeing anybody. And I'm a comments reader. I like to look at what, like Joe Scarborough tweeted out again, just like this total Kool-Aid tweet of like, this is the best this guy's ever been and we're so lucky to have him or whatever he actually said. But then I like to read the comments and I like to see how many people are trolling Scarborough, but also what people who are not just fangirling in the comments are saying about Joe Biden, like he did this really well or he said that really well. And there is not much of that is out there right now. I really wish Donald Trump would have been given the opportunity to do the rebuttal because I don't think Katie Britt grew the party last night.
No, he was live tweet truthing throughout the entire speech, but it was really hard to keep up with because it wasn't, I don't know. It was just hard to like keep refreshing his tweets as they were happening. So I don't know that was the best way to get his message out.
YouTube live chat poll for today. Who gave the better speech? You guys haven't answered this yet. Leah, were you able to take in any of the speeches last night?
I was not.
Because you were working.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan and Brad, you guys both watched it with us, and a lot of y'all tuned in. We had over 500 people on our live stream last night. We had over 260 people grab a bingo card and play along with us and got a lot of feedback. You guys had, I used the word fun, but it was kind of like a misery loves company, and we loved being with you last night. So if you haven't subscribed to the Annie Fry YouTube channel yet, please go do that. And thank you for being there with us if you have. And anytime we do an extra live broadcast like we did last night, if you have the notifications on for our YouTube channel, every day when we go live at noon, because we broadcast this show 3 hours a day here, you'll get a notification that we've gone live. You can check the live chat poll, vote, make sure you do that each day. And then if we go live elsewhere, you'll know that as well. We don't do it a ton, so it's not like it's going to be too intrusive. Brad, you go first.
Yeah.
Who gave the best speech last night?
All right. So I have spent my entire life trying to focus on the substance over the delivery. I am more functionality over style every time in my life. And the substance of Katie Britt's speech was better than the substance of Joe Biden's speech. So in a very, very close thing, because the delivery was awful.
It was
incredibly disappointing. And I'm like, there's stuff there that we could say that as a Republican Party, we could have delivered a message and a knockout blow, and we just whiffed because of the delivery. But I still think that her speech was better, even though her delivery was awful.
Ryan?
Like Brad, I have tried to spend my entire life answering this question.
It's kind of like what it sounded like it was going into.
And
it feels like it.
It
feels like that difficult of a decision.
It does. It is tough. Here's how I approach the question. Who accomplished what they were trying to accomplish better, Joe Biden or Katie Britt?
You voting Joe Biden?
That's how I approach the question. Keep in mind, and we said this last night on the stream, last year at the State of the Union, I think I gave Joe Biden a B- for that speech. Not that I loved the content, but again, I thought that he did a decent job. There was a little bit more unity in it last year than there was this year. At the end of last night, I said, that was an F. That was one of the worst speeches I've ever heard, both from content and delivery. It was terrible. He can't do it. That's just delivery. The speech itself was just full of so much crap. I almost couldn't handle it. And I said some different words about that last night.
Bull
haunch.
That's a bunch of bull haunch.
I mean, it's just one of my things.
It's going to be one of mine now.
Yeah, I'm kind of quirky. I say things like that. It's kind of fun. That said, even though Joe Biden got an F last night, Katie Britt's speech was worse. So Joe Biden actually gave a better speech in accomplishing what he set out to do last night than Katie Britt did.
What do you think he set out to do? What was when they wrote that speech for him and he practiced it a gajillion times on his vacation at Camp David? What was the point of the speech?
To get through it and to prove to people that he could do it.
Sometimes that's how I do the show.
That's how low the bar was for the State of the Union.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it. He did get through the speech. He had some gaffes, but they weren't his worst gaffes. They were bad, but they weren't his worst. So you're comparing him to himself, and I think he got over the bar barely. Katie Britt was supposed to come out and say, look, what you just heard was nonsense. He didn't address any of the issues that matter. We will take care of them. She might have said that.
100% of what I know about Katie Britt is last night.
Me too.
And if your point is to be the face of a message, she's not trying to get reelected. In fact, you kind of pull away some of the star power of who you put out there so that the message is at the forefront. So that you're not distracted by, Ted Cruz or Rand Paul or whomever it might be that's providing this, where you have all of these preconceived ideas of who this person is, and then they're saying things. Well, of course they're saying things. If you put somebody up there who maybe is lesser known, then the message, if delivered correctly, can supersede the deliverer of that message. I don't know a single point she made last night.
I don't either.
She did not. No, that's not true. I know one point, and it was like the first thing she said, and I thought it was a good point. About how he has been in political office for longer than she's been alive. I think that's a good point. And I remember hearing that and being like, oh, okay. I want to smack people around who are like, oh, the Republicans think women belong in the kitchen. No, that's not it. Had she delivered that message the way Sarah Huckabee Sanders delivered the message last year, it would have been fine. And I would have actually appreciated that they put the setting in the home. I thought that was smart. I thought she looked beautiful. I thought that she has a beautiful smile. And I was ready to sit down and be like, all right, let's go. And I thought it did more damage to the GOP cause than having not done anything. So like if you're going in at net zero, you just decide to take the pitch and not do the rebuttal at all. I think that we came out of that significantly lower than where we went into it. But I still stand by that. There is nothing that Joe Biden proposed last night in that State of the Union speech that resonates with me and speaks to me as an American citizen, as a mother, as somebody who's working my tail off to try to make ends meet, as somebody who cares deeply about this country, cares deeply about friends and family that I have that are serving this country. I don't think that Joe Biden said a single word last night that made me go, I'm glad he's got this position or this perspective on the country. And he is in a position as the president of the United States, the guy in charge, where his thoughts and opinions on things have dramatic influence on how the world turns tomorrow. And he is taking this country down fast, and he needs to be replaced. So I say Katie Britt, because I think Joe Biden is that dangerous for the country. You all voted, and guess what? It's kind of close to what we said here in the studio. 2/3 of you say Katie Britt gave the better speech, but a third of our audience, 33%, said Joe Biden. I think the 33% who said Joe Biden is higher than the people who would vote for him in our audience.
Yes.
Mark Reardon at the Fish Fry, next.
Looks like it costs a fortune.
Actually, at Bob's, the Playscape 2-piece sectional is just $9.99.
Looks like it was crafted by a master carpenter.
Gorgeous, right? Bob's genuine marble elm dining set comes with 6 chairs or 4 chairs and a storage bench for just $9.99.
Looks like a unicorn cried happy tears all over it.
That's our bedazzled diva bedroom set. I can see why you think that. When the looks you love go for less, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
If you're considering an annuity as part of your retirement plan, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Bob Stockdale, Senior Vice President Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money, Saturday mornings at 11 on 97.1 FM Talk. Annuities can be a useful tool for some retirement investors, but not all annuities are created equal. Every week, we meet clients who own complex annuities that don't suit their needs and, in some cases, actively undermine their retirement plan. Before you purchase an annuity, get a second opinion from the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel. Requesting a consultation is free of charge. To request a free consultation, contact us at clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member NYSE and SIPC.
If I could be you.
And you could be me.
For just 1 hour.
If you could find a way.
To get inside.
Each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a